For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
The largest fireworks show in stadium history. Thanks again to tonight's sponsor, Penn State Health St. Joseph Medical Center.
This is the Reading Fightin' Phils pregame show on the Our Phils Broadcast Network, featuring exclusive interviews, content, and much more. Now out to the ballpark with broadcasters Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We're live from the veranda of the Redlands Event Center. Reading Fightin' Phils is going to take on the Portland Sea Dogs for Game 5 of this 6-game series. Portland won Game 1 and 2. Fightin' Phils won Game 3 and 4, and trying to keep that streak running now after the last 2 nights of wins. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool, talking with the manager, Al Padrique. And Chip, we'll start right there. The last 2 nights is kind of what you were looking for. The offense has been there. The bats have been strong. No reason to slow it down. Is there any particular difference in what's happened over the last 2 nights?
Well, I think it's just the fact that, we're home, and it seems like this year we're playing a lot better at home. But I got to give it credit to Bryce Stassi, our hitting coach. He's been working very hard with the guys, trying to make some adjustment on each hitter. I think the key is being selective, swing strikes, and taking advantage of the opportunity when it comes. And I think that's what we've done the last 2 games. We're getting good pitches to hit. We've been aggressive while we're in the count. That's what you would like to see on the hitters on a daily basis. So again, we're facing some good pitching from Portland. Definitely got a good bullpen, but our hitters have been patient and getting good pitches to hit.
And of course, the other storyline the last couple of nights was the rehab appearance of Brandon Marsh for the Philadelphia Phillies. Marsh, of course, back with the Phils underway in Baltimore, currently activated off the 10-day injury list, but worked out here beginning of the week, played the last couple of games. How was it having a big leaguer in Brandon Marsh around the last couple of days?
Well, it was very fun having him around. The energy, the intensity that he brought in the clubhouse those 4 days was awesome. The way he went by his business, preparing the batting cage in the training room, even the weight room, the guys got the opportunity to watch what it takes to be successful at the major league level. Just work hard, be consistent with your routine, trust yourself. Once the game starts, just have fun. And that's what we saw from him the last 2 games. He enjoyed himself. He really liked being in Reading, playing with this young team that we have this year. And again, it was my pleasure. It was a privilege to have March in our club for 4 days.
Yeah, I mean, you've certainly lived through that before with major leaguers coming down and rehabbing in the minor leagues. And it can go one of 2 ways, because they may be, look, I can't wait to get out of here. I always want to do my thing and get going. but to have somebody who has the personality of a Brandon Marsh and to be able to absorb that in the clubhouse and realize that you can be successful and you can have fun doing it at the same time is a great lesson to learn.
Oh, definitely. Myself, I had a great time. I've been in this game for so long that I don't get tired of, watching these guys, how they do things the right way, how they play the game the right way. And I was very impressed with March, because after the first game, I was the last guy leaving the clubhouse. When I got to the parking lot, March was signing autographs, and he told me he wasn't leaving until he signed every single one that was waiting for him in the parking lot. So that tells you a lot of March, his personality. It tells you a lot about the organization when they bring guys into the organization again to be part of the organization and what we're all about. And that's what he showed those 4 days. Last night he came in my office and said goodbye to the coaching staff. And the one thing that I don't know if he's gonna like to, if I say this in public, but last night when he came out of the game, he asked me if it was okay for him to go in the clubhouse and finish up his routine. I said, man, you don't have to ask. I said, you're the manager, you're the skipper. If you want me to stay the whole game, I will. So again, that's what you enjoy. When guys are big leaguer, they don't forget when they come, where they're coming from, and that was Brandon Marsh.
I think the cool thing too, I remember watching in his first start the other night was watching him high five, hug every guy in the dugout before the game started, and after his first game, making an emphasis to stay in the handshake line and shake everybody's hand. And this is a statement. What you like about this statement is that I feel like it's a testament to this entire organization, because it's not just Brandon Marsh, it's all the guys at the top that we know if they came down here, it'd be the same way, and it just goes to show the culture of the entire Phillies organization.
Well, I agree with you, Jake and Bob, with the comment that you guys been making this afternoon. It comes from the top. When you see the GM, the president, you see everybody on the major league level caring for people in the minor league department, it shows you a lot. And that's the feel that you got on a spring training, the big league camp. They don't care who you are. If you have a Phillies uniform, they're going to treat you with respect. And they come from the top, and that's the culture that we want to teach the kids in the minor league. You got to be humble. You got to be respectful. You got to be grateful the fact that you have a uniform on and you're playing baseball.
You're talking about the top of your organization. I want to talk now about the top of your lineup, because the guy at the top of your lineup, Marcus Lee Sang, earlier in the year he was struggling to find himself. You had him down at the bottom of the lineup trying to find it there. You got him back up at the top of the lineup. He's got not. He's getting hits. He's getting on base. He's driving in runs. He's hit the ball out of the ballpark. And I also think he's playing a much better outfield now that the bat's a little lighter.
Yes, right now he's playing with a lot of confidence. That's number one in order to be successful. And that's what he did it when I moved it down to the bottom, and I told him, you're going to relax. You don't have to be the hero. We got 28 men roster. Take care of yourself. Make sure your preparation is right every day, and that's what he did. The outfield defense, his defense was being affected because the offense. He wasn't hitting, and he knew that he could hit better than what he did at the beginning. But then once he started hitting, once I moved into the leadoff spot, we can see in the defense he's getting better jump, he's taking better routes, he's throwing to the right bases. So he right now for me he's a total package. Offensively, he's getting some big hits, he's getting on base hit. Obviously he's going to steal more bases, and defensively he's doing everything right in the outfield, whether it's in right field or center field.
Last night's pitcher Robinson Pena, we didn't get a chance to talk to you after his complete game effort last Saturday that won him Eastern League Pitcher of the Week. Just sitting back and watching that outing a week ago tonight, was there ever a point where you or Phil Canary or Riley McCulley felt to yourselves we might have to go get him, or was it kind of just sit back and let him do his thing?
No, you have to sit back and let him do his things. He's a guy that's going to short strike. He's going to challenge the hitter. Sometimes he falls behind the count, but he finds a way to make quality pitch when it's necessary, and that's what he's done all his outing. When he gets in trouble, he doesn't panic. He doesn't try to do too much. He stays with himself, and so far he's been keeping us in every single game that he has started.
Al Padrique, normally, up until, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, when you came to the mound, you had a hook. The guy, whoever's on the mound was coming out. That changed a couple weeks ago. We talked about that with Noah Skiro. Since then, you've done it a couple other times where you have not necessarily come out with the hook to take your starter out, but maybe just get me through this spot, get us through this spot. Is this a different approach, or it just happens to be the way it's turned out?
It's a different approach, and I like to do that, Bob, as the season goes on. I've done it my whole career as a manager, that you let the guys have 2-3 irons under the belt. Once that you feel like they should be able to stretch out, you should give them some confidence to show you what kind of pitcher, what kind of person they are, what they're made of, and that's what I like to do. Just if the guy has enough pitches, I always ask my pitching coach first, how many pitches does he have left? Whether it's 5, 6, 7, and then I say, okay, I'm going to talk to him, find out how he's feeling. And as soon as I step on the mound, my question is, be honest with me, how do you feel? I'm good. Do you have one more? Yes. Well, go get it. That's yours. Once you look, you make the eye contact, you see on the face, there's going to be, is any doubt, it's a 50-50, yes, I bring the reliever, but I like to give them the confidence in pushing to find out, and so they can find out themselves, okay, I have enough, let's go get it, and that's, I've been lucky, for the last few times I had done it, and I'm going to stop.
And last one from me, Max Castillo gets to start on the mound tonight. What's kind of the plan for Castillo tonight, and then what can we kind of expect pitching-wise behind him tonight?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 2 innings. I think it's a 35 to 40, maybe 45 pitches. Obviously, we're going to, watch him. He just coming back from the injury. He told me yesterday when he came in that he feels very good. He's 100%. But again, the plan for him right now is 2 innings, and then we'll go from there.
Fightin Phil's trying to keep it rolling. The series is still theirs for the taking. We'll find out. They'll see if they can get the 3rd win in a row and get control of the series as well. Reading Fightin Phil's Portland Sea Dogs. We'll take a timeout back with starting lineups and first pitch right after this. And Reading Fightin Phil's.
The Promax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks and a festive atmosphere. Regular season tickets are $37 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Looking to try something new at a Fightin Phil's game this season? Give Briganti Wines a try. Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. Briganti Wines comes from the vineyards in Italy's Abruzzo region. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get a wide variety of Briganti Wines wherever it is sold at FirstEnergy Stadium this season. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
Reading Fightin Phil's are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
City of brotherly love. Stand up, hands up.
Wilson hits it in the air, out towards right. Oh, watch it fly, and it's a walk-off, game-winning home run for Ethan Wilson.
This one driven into left center field, turn and say goodbye. Carlos De La Cruz clears the scoreboard in left center field. Home run number 21, and the Fightins jump out on top.
You're listening to Reading Fightin Phil's Baseball on the R-Phil's Radio Network.
Swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts as Sanchez cannot catch up to the 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Abel.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 10 strikeouts tonight for Griff McGarry.
Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium. Reading Fightin Phillies taking on the Portland Sea Dogs. This is Game 5 of the 6-game series. Portland won Game 1 and 2. Reading won Game 3 and 4. And now we flip and find out who's going to hopefully take the series. If you're the Fightin Phillies, they're 27 and 34. Portland is at 33 and 28 as tonight's games get underway. And in the Eastern League Northeastern standings, right now it is the top and the bottom. Portland is in first place. The Fightin Phils are 6 games back and in last place as the first half of the regular season comes to a conclusion at the end of next week's road trip to New Hampshire. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool, and we welcome you to America's Classic Ballpark. And we're about to get underway. Before we do that, we'll take a look at the Portland Sea Dogs starting lineup. Christian Campbell is in the leadoff spot. Marcelo Meyer is batting second. Kyle Teal bats third. Blaze Jordan in the cleanup spot. Edinson Polino bats fifth. Philip Sykes bats sixth. Tyler Miller bats seventh. Tyler McDonough is in the eighth spot. And Eli Marrero behind the plate and batting ninth. That lineup facing a right-handed pitcher for the Fightin Phils tonight, Max Castillo.
Max Castillo, a 25-year-old native of Venezuela in his first season in the Phillies organization. He began the year with AAA Lehigh Valley, 6 starts, an 0-3 record, an 8.54 ERA, 26 1/3 innings pitched, 35 hits allowed, 15 walks, 25 strikeouts, opponents hitting .321 against him. He was assigned to the Florida Complex League on May the 7th, and this is his first start as he tries to work his way back up to AAA Lehigh Valley.
Castillo, it's worth noting, does have some major league experience. Appeared in 9 games for the Blue Jays in 2022, 5 more for the Kansas City Royals in 2022, and 7 more with the Royals in 2023. So we are about to get underway on another beautiful night in baseball town. Our game time temperature is 79 degrees. Winds blowing left to right, out the right field side at about 4 to 5 miles an hour with gusts up to 8 miles an hour. And our game time temperature is brought to you by All Temp Enterprises. Max Castillo delivers the first pitch to Christian Campbell, and it's a bit low for a ball. Campbell hitting at .390 since his elevation to Double-A. 5 doubles, a triple, and a couple of home runs as well. He's had a good series so far with 8 for 18 in this series. And it's now 2 balls and no strikes to him. Castillo winds and delivers, and that's there for a called strike.
So the Phillies acquired Castillo, claimed him off waivers actually from the Boston Red Sox February of this year, but never pitched for the Red Sox. They claimed him in January and DFA'd him a month later.
2-1 pitch from him. Just misses. It's 3-1. Defense behind Castillo. Carlos De La Cruz is in left. Marcus Lee Sang is in center. Ethan Wilson in right. Carson Taylor's at first. Kendall Simmons at second. Trevor Schwecke at short. Otto Kemp is at third. And Arturo De Freitas is behind the plate on the 3-1 pitch. Castillo catches the outside corner to run the count full. Campbell from the right-hand side. 3-2 pitch to him. Over for a called strike 3. Christian Campbell sees 6 pitches, never takes the bat off the shoulder, and is 1 out here in the first.
So he spent last year with Kansas City, was with Toronto before that. Here's something ironic for you. He was traded to Kansas City from Toronto on August 2nd, 2022. You know who Toronto got back in that trade?
I do not.
Whit Merrifield.
That's interesting. How about that? Here's Marcelo Meyer, swings at the first pitch, skies it straight up in the air. Carson Taylor, the first baseman, makes the catch just about 2 feet away from the first base bag. That ball was in the air for a long time, and Carson Taylor catches it for out number 2. We'll bring up Kyle Teal. Teal also having a pretty good series. He's 5 for 12 in the series, hitting at .299. Teal as the designated hitter tonight in the Sea Dog lineup. Teal, a catcher by trade, the number 3 prospect in the Boston organization. Takes the first pitch from Castillo, a bit low for a ball. Right back with a 1-0 pitch that's there for a called strike. Ethan Gorsak calling the balls and strikes tonight. Kellen Martin is at first. Brian Laws is at third in our Eastern League umpiring crew. 1-1 pitch coming from Max Castillo. It's a bit outside. It's 2-1.
Plan tonight's Castillo, about 2 innings, 35 to 40 pitches. Al Padrique told us in the pregame show that a bulk reliever, Noah Skiro, is down there, so expect him to be that bulk reliever.
2 balls and 1 strike. Back through the middle on a slow roller. Simmons, it hits off the second baseman's glove and into center field. It was going to be a tough play. I don't know if Simmons even would have had a shot at him, but Kyle Teal's safe at first. Now, when you say bulk reliever, Jake, you say bulk reliever because he's going to pitch a lot of innings. Because at 6'2" and 280, I would say that Max Castillo fits the bill as a bulk reliever. I'm just saying. He's a big dude on the mound. But Skiro is a bulk reliever because Castillo pitched 2, and then they hope to have Skiro pitch, I'm going to guess, at least 4, if not 5. I think would be the game plan. Plays Jordan now bats. That's the first pitch he sees straight up in the infield. Kendall Simmons, the second baseman, will charge in, make the catch, and that will do it for the Sea Dogs here in the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Sea Dogs are retired. The Fightin' Phils will bat when we come back to Baseball Town.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Here's tonight's Fightin' Phils starting lineup presented to you by Gold Oaks Landscaping. Marcus Lee Sang is the leadoff hitter. Carlos De La Cruz back in his favorite number 2 spot in the batting order. Carson Taylor is third. Otto Kemp in a cleanup spot, followed by Kendall Simmons. Ethan Wilson bats 6th. Trevor Schwecke bats 7th. Bryce Ball will hit in the 8th spot and be the designated hitter for the Fightin' Phils tonight. And Arturo DeFreitas is behind the plate. That lineup is facing right-handed pitcher Jacob Webb for the Sea Dogs.
19th appearance for Webb. It is his first start, 5-1 with a 3.93 ERA so far this season.
Marcus Lee Sang, a hot hitter. He's up to 284 as he stands in.
Webb's thrown 34 1/3 innings, allowed 36 hits, walked 11, struck out 31. Opponents hitting 265 against him.
First pitch to Lee Sang is over for a called strike. Right back with another. It's slow for a ball. Jake, are you looking at the big video board in left center field?
I mean, everything looks normal to me. I don't know if you're noticing anything different.
Noticing something a little bit. Marcus Lee Sang looks different than I remember. He is looking like the Cape Crusader because the Fightin' Phils are wearing special Batman jerseys tonight. Those jerseys are available after the game is over with on an auction. Go online at Reading Fightin' Phils website, find out more information, make a bid. This one back through the middle. Marcel Meyer ranges far to his left, and the shortstop from center field will throw out Marcus Lee Sang and take a base hit away from him.
Really nice play by Marcelo Meyer. That's why people are so high on him, is that speed that he has. Races towards the middle, fields it, sets his feet, and fires a strike on to Blaze Jordan at first.
So that'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz average up to 243, which may not sound great, but wasn't that long ago that he was well below the 200 mark, but he's had a good series again, 6 for 17 so far. And he hits one in the hole. Another play by Meyer on the opposite side. This time the backhanded play,
Marcelo Myers showing the goods with the leather.
That one's crushed, 109 off the bat. Well, you test Meyer to his left, passes it, you test Meyer to his right. Passes with flying colors, and really two balls that arguably should be base hits, both taken away by one of the Red Sox top prospects at short.
So instead of having first and second and nobody out, there was nobody on and 2 out. Carson Taylor bats. And the first pitch to him is over for a call strike. While there are other players out there playing defense, it's Tyler McDonough in left, Christian Campbell in center. Philip Sykes is in right place. Jordan, as Jake said, is at first. Edinson Polino at second. You already heard about Marcelo Meyer at short. Tyler Miller is at third, and Eli Marrero behind the plate. And the count now 1-1 to Carson Taylor as he takes one at the knees on the inside corner. 1 strike. This one lifted straight up in the infield. Tyler Miller, the third baseman, calls for it, waits for it to come down, and it's finally in his glove for out number 3, and the Phils go quickly in the bottom half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 1 at FirstEnergy Stadium, Reading Fightin' Phils and the Portland Sea Dogs scoreless.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
International Fireworks is the official sponsor of the R-Phils Fireworks Show during the 2024 season. You can head to their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville. Mega Blast Fireworks in store for a great crowd here at FirstEnergy Stadium after tonight's ball game is over with. Largest fireworks show in stadium history. Main grandstand is full. The first and third base grandstands are all but full except for the one section down on the far right. I'm assuming there's a group of some kind. It's either doing something different. That one whole section down there is a little bit empty, which is unusual. The pool pavilion is full. The Seidel Auto Group deck is full. As Edinson Paulino leads off, and the first pitch from Max Castillo is over for a called strike. Paulino just 2 for 15 so far in this series. Batting average has dropped to 238 as a result. Left-handed hitter settles in at 0-1. Lifts this one straight up in the air again. Another infield pop-up as Otto Kemp will give away to Trevor Schwecke. Schwecke just back from the Lehigh Valley, calls for it, makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, of course, with all the moves going on with the big club, it all has a trickle-down effect. So when Marsh was put on the injured list and some guys got caught up, some guys from here got caught up, and then same thing today, Brandon Marsh, now former Fightin' Phil Brandon Marsh, is back with the Phils today, and Schwecke gets sent down to Double-A since Weston Wilson was optioned back to the Iron Pigs.
Philip Sykes now bats with one out in the inning and takes one outside for a ball. So Castillo has induced 3 pop-ups in the 5 batters he's faced. And of course, the Phil's final out of the inning was a pop-up as well. Here's one on the ground to Schwecke, and Schwecke will make another play. This one on the ground out. He makes the throw over to Carson Taylor for 2 quick outs for Castillo here in the second.
And Schwecke back and immediately inserted into a position that he has played in his career plenty. But with Reading this year, it's just his 3rd appearance at shortstop this season for Schwecke.
Played some third and played a lot more left, I think, than anything.
Yeah, mostly third and left.
Right. It's Tyler Miller now bats, and Miller takes one just a bit outside. Miller 4 for 14 in the series and at 220 on the season. left-handed hitter. One of 4 left-hand hitters and a couple of switch hitters as well in the lineup for the Sea Dogs. Another ball pops straight up in the infield back, actually in the left. Schwecke will give way to De La Cruz. It comes in and makes the catch, but another routine fly ball. And a pretty impressive 2 innings for Max Castillo as the Sea Dogs go 1-2-3 in the second. We'll head to the bottom. When we come back, it's still scoreless in Baseball Town.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
The hot dog man in circulation in Baseball Town as we head to the bottom of the second. This inning brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. You just do that hot dog out of the stadium, I think. One last toss in the crazy hot dog vendor.
Yeah, but he couldn't get it up here.
No, well, the fence is messing with it. The elevated backstops to help protect the fans have hindered the hot dog man. Otto Kemp will lead it off for the Fightin' Phils here in the second. Again, if you're watching tonight's game on MILB TV and wondering exactly what it is you're watching, it is the Fightin' Phils playing with specially attributed jerseys to Batman. Otto Kemp leading off and hitting at 286 since his promotion from Jersey Shore. He's 4 for 14 in the series, couple of doubles and a home run. First pitch to him is over for a called strike. Again, those jerseys are available on an auction. As Kemp takes one up high for a ball, you can go on the Reading Fightin' Phils website and find out more information on how to make a bid. You can buy a game-worn jersey from one of those Reading Fightin' Phils. 1-1 pitch to Kemp. There for another called strike. It's 1-2.
Yeah, Kemp, who has 4 hits, 3 of them for extra bases, couple of doubles and a home run.
Jacob Webb lines and delivers, and Kemp fouls that one back. Now, we're talking about the physical size of Max Castillo. Well, Jacob Webb can match him. He's 6'5" and 245 pounds. 25-year-old right-handed pitcher. 1-2 pitch. Kemp started and stopped, and they'll say he went around. That's strike 3.
Yeah, and Kemp knew it. He started walking back to the dugout. Looks like Castillo's day is done. Noah Skiro's up and throwing. Castillo walked and sat down at the bullpen, so he threw 18 pitches. I think we might see him do what a lot of guys in spring training do and go throw maybe 10 or 15 more pitches to get to that pitch count, because it's usually a 2 or 35 to 40 pitches, so might go see him throw like 15 more after this inning.
Kendall Simmons now backs for the Fightins. The right-handed hitter takes one for a called strike. Simmons 2 for 11 in this series. The biggest of the hits, a double, and he's got 3 RBIs. A 1 pitch is over for a called strike 2. So Jacob Webb throwing strikes. Now I know that picture of Kendall Simmons with the Batman mask is superimposed, photoshopped on. But if anybody were going to pose with that, it would be him. This one lined in the left center field. That's going to fall and roll to the wall. Kendall Simmons hustling around first, and he'll put on the brakes with a stand-up double. Fightin' Phils first to the night is extra bases for Kendall Simmons.
Yeah, really good piece of hitting from Kendall Simmons. 102 off the bat was an off-speed pitch at 85 that just hung up over the middle of the plate, and he reached out for it and drove it well.
But am I right? If anybody would wear that mask, it would be Kendall Simmons. He would love to put a real mask on and not have it photoshopped on his head. Ethan Wilson now will bat with Batman-esque Kendall Simmons at second base and one out. Wilson, at 2-11 as he stands in, 4 for 11 in this series. Still without a home run yet in 2024. Ethan hit 17 home runs in baseball town a season ago. 1 ball and no strikes to him. Big swing, no contact. It's 1-1. Center fielder Christian Campbell playing Ethan Wilson, cheating him pretty much towards left center field. And Philip Sykes, the right fielder, playing him pretty much straight away. It's a huge gap in right center field. If Wilson can hit one in that direction, he's going to run for a while. 1 ball and 1 strike to him. This one lifted foul and drifting out of play. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Ethan Wilson.
Wilson did not start last night's game, but came in as a replacement once Brandon Marsh exited. Marsh got 4 at-bats and played about 6-7 innings in center.
And that one's a bit low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one fouled away again. Wilson stays alive.
It was on our trajectory. This
It
is
was.
a bit too far to the left.
Just a bit left.
It's that service booth
Well,
that always gets peppered.
Correct. But if my memory is correct, the man who hit one in here, the only one who's hit one here in 2 seasons, is Ethan Wilson at the plate right now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him.
Was it not Carson Taylor?
Was it?
I think.
I know it was a lefty. For some reason, I was thinking of Wilson. You could be right. It could have been Carson Taylor.
I'll have to dig back and take a look at the film.
I remember the end result.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to go that far.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Wilson. Swinging a miss. Ethan Wilson is retired on a strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning for Jacob Webb.
Portland utilizing a similar approach to Reading tonight, about for different reasons. Webb serving more as an opener than the expectation is Wickelman Gonzalez, who's mostly been a starter. Red Sox number 5 overall prospect will serve as the bulk man, trying to get them at least 4 or 5 in the middle inning, just like with Skiro.
So they bring up Trevor Schwecke. Jake said Schwecke was at Lehigh Valley the last couple weeks, now back here in Reading where he began the season. And the first pitch to him is over for a strike. In his time here in Reading, Schwecke at 206 with 2 home runs and 13 RBIs. First pitch to him was a called strike. Right-handed hitter. Looking to put the Phils on top with Kendall Simmons, who had a double, standing at second base now with 2 outs. Schwecke calls time at the plate. Jacob Webb working a little bit too fast for his comfort. A 1 pitch. Foul tipped in and out of the mitt of Eli Marrero. It's no balls and 2 strikes to Schwecke. Schwecke played last year for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Also spent some time in their AAA team as well in Buffalo. 71 games last year with New Hampshire, 16 with Buffalo.
Pitch-com issue, maybe? Webb's looking in his hat, but...
Yeah. If he's just having issues with his hat. But he stepped away. So it's no balls and 2 strikes now to Trevor Schwecke. That's low and away for a ball. Schwecke lays off. Technically, this is Jacob Webb's first start in quite a while. He normally is a reliever. This one lined in left field and falling fast for a base hit. Simmons being waved around. Here's the throw to the plate and juggled and safe for Simmons. Eli Marrero could not handle the short hop, and Kendall Simmons is safe. RBI single for Trevor Schwecke. It's 1-0.
Welcome back, Trevor Schwecke. Picking up right where he left off in Lehigh Valley, was hitting .389 over 5 games and hit it hard off the bat, 98. And it's nice to see Schwecke goes up, has success at the AAA level. Like we said, him back here not performance-based in the slightest. It's just a roster crunch situation. Like we said, guys go up. He went up, and then some guy, Weston Wilson, comes back down. So Schwecky's here where he's going to get more consistent at-bats every day.
They'll bring up Bryce Ball now with Schwecky at first and 2 outs, and the Phils on top 1-0. Ball takes one down low for ball one. Bryce Ball just 1 for 7 so far in this series as the left-hander settles in. Takes another one outside. It's 2-0. We expect that we will see Wickelman Gonzalez for Portland eventually.
Gotta think he's gonna get up when Portland comes to the plate.
This one thrown away by Webb. It goes all the way down the first base line. Schwecky will move up. I'm not sure if Blaze Jordan just lost that ball. It was an errant throw. Not sure how errant it was, but it went all the way down off the Savage 61 dugout suite. Schwecky moves up to second. It'll be an error, I imagine, on the pitcher.
Yeah, it should be an E1. That'll be the second error of the season on the pitcher, Jacob Webb.
So now the Phils will look for some more damage with Bryce Ball and a 2 balls and no strike count. Ripped into right field, ball, and that's going to be a base hit. Schwecky rounded third. He will cruise home as Bryce Ball will head to second safely with a stand-up RBI double. 2-0 Fightin' Phils.
And that run should be earned, I think so, because I think the thinking has to be double, probably scores up from first anyway, doesn't make a difference. So it should be an earned run. I've always wondered, if a pitcher commits an error,
I agree.
Why is it an unearned run?
I agree with you. If you made the error, you should not get off.
But
easy.
I guess ERA is an indication of your pitching abilities, not your fielding ability.
But I agree. I've always had that same thought.
It's a worthwhile argument.
Yes, I agree with you. Arturo De Freitas will bat. De Freitas 1 for 2 in the series of the home run. Part of the offensive explosion last night when the Phils went for 13 runs. They've got 2 here. And another in scoring position of Bryce Ball. First pitch to De Freitas is a strike. Second is outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Arturo De Freitas, really nice to see him hit one really hard and really far last night. So on the swing of the bat, you knew it was gone right away to left field.
The only 2 extra base hits he has on the season are home runs. 1 ball, 1 strike to it. Big swing there and no contact.
Talked about it a lot in April and May, but De Freitas, all the reports coming from Clearwater were he had a really good spring training. So it's nice to kind of see him put some things together, getting some consistent ABs. Of course, with Ricketts now in the IL, him and Nava will probably split the duties at least for the next 5-6 days, depending on when Ricketts comes off.
He's only 22. Actually, he's 23. Turned 23 at the end of May. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. And that's just low. Eli Marrera, the catcher, just kind of held on to that ball a little bit, as if to say, are you sure about that? Just a bit low, perhaps. It's 2-2.
It was borderline. Give him that.
Webb winds and delivers, and that's over for a call. It's D-Ride 3, and that'll do it for the Phils here in the second. But they do put 2 runs across. They do it on 3 hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left. We're through 2, and the score is Reading 2, Portland nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier family-owned food distributor Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
We want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2024 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin' Phils and drink more Pepsi. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Top half of the third inning. Fightin's on top 2-0. And the new man on the mound after the Alberta University Gold Bulls call a bullpen is right-hander Noah Skiro.
Noah Skiro in for the Fightin' Phils so far this season. Skiro, it's his 11th appearance and second out of the bullpen. He's made 5 starts, 3-3, a 5.85 ERA, 40 innings, 57 hits, 21 walks, 25 strikeouts, 329 opponents average against.
First man he faces is Tyler McDonough, the switch hitter batting left. Fouls one in towards the third base grandstand.
It's been a good month of June for Skiro. A couple of appearances for him. 1-0, a 2.45 ERA. 3 runs over 11 innings, 5 walks, and a pair of strikeouts.
McDonough at 254 as he sells in. 0-1 on the count. Now it's inside for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. McDonough just 2 for 15 in the series. To be followed by Eli Marrero at the top of the order and Christian Campbell. Skiro, 1-1 pitch. He's in the dirt, 2-1. Skiro, a mix of both a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball. Throws a cutter, a change, and a curve. That last pitch was his changeup that he bounced up there. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike to McDonough. Like Arturo De Freitas may have taken that off the leg. 2 balls and a strike. This one a slow roller towards Kendall Simmons. Second baseman up with it. Plenty of time for out number 1.
So in total, Max Castillo, it's 2 innings and a hit, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Castillo just got done throwing, whatever it was, 10 or 15 additional pitches. And looks like he'll probably go get some treatment and kind of see where next week takes him. Wickham and Gonzalez up and throwing in the Portland bullpens. Looks like he's going to come in for the third, too. So you can see the game's into the bullpens, but it's really 2 starters who it's going to be in the hands of.
Eli Marrero now will bat. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a ball. Marrero at 353 on the season, playing in his 6th game for the Sea Dogs. And 6 for 17 as a hitter. Another switch hitter in the lineup. 9-hole hitter takes one up high. It's 2-0.
A whole new definition of the word pitching backwards.
Yeah, it is, indeed. You got 2 relievers, 2 starters coming in the 3rd inning with guys who are probably relievers, although, Castillo has started probably as much as he has relieved.
With Lehigh Valley, he was solely a starter this year,
right.
So it's different purposes for each side. It's just ironic that just happened to be tonight.
Pitch to Marrero at 3-0 is over for a called strike. Marrero taking all the way.
Of course, Castillo, you're trying to work up. And I think this is more just a change of approach for Gonzalez, who has struggled this year to an 8 ERA.
And that pitch is up and in, and so Noah Skiro walks the 9-hole hitter. First walk surrendered by the Fightin' Phils so far tonight. And that will flip the lineup around now to Christian Campbell, who struck out facing Castillo to start the game. Philadelphia Phillies fall to the Orioles this afternoon 6-2. So that series is now even at 1 game apiece. We'll wrap up tomorrow afternoon at Camden Yards. And the Phils will be back home on Monday. Philadelphia Phillies, that is. There's another one in the dirt from Noah Skiro to Christian Campbell. So a little bit of frustration on the body language for Noah Skiro, trying to find a groove right now on the mound. So he walks, he got McDonough out on a couple of pitches, then walks Marrero, and now bounces the first one up there to Campbell. Campbell swing and a miss.
Christian Campbell with the best night of his young AA career so far last night. Launched a couple of home runs, one to left and one that he obliterated to left center field, just off to the left of the event center.
We've got 5 extra base hits and 5 RBIs in this series. This one towards second. Simmons can't handle it, and it's safe all around. Just as he tried to make the flip for the double play, Kendall Simmons dropped it.
Yeah, it looked like it was a tailor-made double play ball. It was hit hard. Simmons had it in his glove, but just couldn't get a grip on it to make that throw to second. So that's going to be an error on Simmons, his 8th of the year. And double play is still in order. Portland now threatening with Marcelo Meyer at the plate.
The number 1 prospect in the Boston Red Sox organization popped up his first time up. Marcelo Meyer hitting at 300 on the year, 6 home runs and 30 RBIs. So first and second now and 1 out for the left-hand hitting Meyer. And the first pitch to him is up high for a ball. So Eli Marrero, the runner at second. Christian Campbell, the runner at first. 1 out. Skira takes a look back at second, delivers his 1-0 pitch. It's fouled away. Fast four-seam fastball at 92. Meyer a little bit behind it.
Skira will throw that four-seam fastball, a two-seam fastball, cutter, changeup, curveball. His offerings.
Takes a look in at his catcher, Arturo De Freitas. Goes to the stretch. 1-1. Hit hard down the first baseline. Ball knocks it down. Throws the second for 1. The relay is not there. And it gets away from Skiro, and it's going to allow a run to score as Marrero will come across. And that's going to be another error on Reddick.
Yeah, so it'll go 3-6 on the fielder's choice. Schwecky's having a conversation with the umpire. I think he's asking for interference. Here comes Al Pedrique.
Yep.
I still think that's one you probably should eat regardless.
Yep, I agree.
Get that lead runner, but, I mean.
It's a great play by Bryce Ball, who made the throw to second. Plenty of time. But Meyer, first of all, Meyer runs well. You probably aren't going to get that double play. But Schwecky and now Al Pedrique arguing that it should have been interference on the runner Campbell coming in.
There have been a lot of conversations with this umpiring crew this week on both sides.
And the skipper, who was in that position on more than one occasions as a middle infielder.
He's coming back.
Yeah, arguing pretty vehemently with.
And he got tossed.
Brian Laws, the umpire. Ooh, now he's going to go back for more. Now he's going to get his money's worth. If you're going to run him out, he's going to stay there and get his money's worth now.
Brian Laws just standing there taking it, and Al's dishing it out. And, you know, this is a case of just a weeks-long frustration. Carl Ellison's going to come out, it looks like, to come get Al.
Al's eventually going to work his way back to the dugout and then eventually to the clubhouse.
Yeah, that's just a week's worth of frustration because there's been some hit-scratching calls by this umpiring crew. Al's frustrated. Carl Ellison doing a good job trying to keep his skipper kind of cooled down a bit because Al, I think rightfully so, is fired up. But like I said, it's been a frustrating week of calls by these umpires. And it's the first time Al's been tossed at home this year. So my next question becomes, when does he go back to the event center? Because he can't just walk back now in the middle of the play unless they're just going to wait until he leaves the dugout.
Correct. That's a good point.
I think that's what they're doing.
They want him to leave, and theoretically he can't. Well, now he can. He's going to have to walk right out. He's going to have to walk back and around about through the plaza. He's going to get another parting shot in on his way out. Kyle Teal now will bat. So here was just a recap. Eli Marrero was at second. He comes all the way around and scores on what will be a error on Schwecky. Has to be, although they haven't put that error up.
It is an error on game day. It's in.
But Kendall Simmons had an error already, so there should be two errors.
No,
right?
there's two. It's two. Yeah.
Right. So that error allows Meyer to be safe at first. Will not be an RBI, obviously, for Meyer, but he's safe at first now with 2 out.
I'm going to try to pull up the replay also of that play.
Kyle Teal now the hitter. 1 ball and no strikes to him. 2-1 now is our score with the Sea Dogs getting that run across. Teal checked his swing, but it's there for a called strike. So Skiro trying to get out of any further damage. His defense has not helped him out in this inning. Got an error on Kendall Simmons that wiped out a potential double play. And the errant throw allows the run to come across as Teal fouls one straight back. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Thank you, safety end.
Oh man, I'm watching that replay right now. There's a fair argument there from the Fightin' Phil skipper watching that one back. There is a very fair argument watching that back.
So Kyle Teal now the hitter, and Skiro trying to get out of any more damage. Meyer at first. Teal takes one down low. It's 2-2.
And watching the play, who was the runner? It was Campbell.
Christian Campbell.
So ball makes the throw to second, and Schwecke establishes the outside lane. Campbell, not really even going towards the bag, is in that outside lane, and the two of them basically kind of have to adjust their bodies. So
did he not slide?
He did not slide.
Wow,
he went right into the lane of Schwecke. So that's a very valid argument by the Fightin' Phil skipper.
Well, if he didn't slide, it shouldn't even be an argument. It shouldn't be. It should be automatic. He had to slide.
My question always comes back to, why not have a conversation?
Right.
6 eyes are better than 2.
Right. And that's always. I've heard the managers say that on more than one occasion. Look, all I'm asking you to do is ask your other umpires, and a lot of times they refuse to do it. 3-2 the count to Teal, and that's low ball 4. So Skiro's still not out of this inning as he walks the second batter of the inning. Now it's first and second, and still 2 out for Blaze Jordan.
Next question becomes, who is the acting skipper? Last year it was, I believe, Tyler Henson.
Right.
So I assume Cole Ellison will go to third because that's what's been the case, and I assume we'll have a player on the bench. Right, the guess maybe Robert Moore will coach first. I guess the lineup card goes to Brock Stassi. That has to be my guess. But obviously we'll see here.
Phil Condary now will head to the mound. The pitching coach wants to talk to Noah Skiro, and a lot of that, I'm sure, has to do with just settling down. Most of this is not your doing, and you still just need an out to get out of it. We still got a 2-1 lead. Let's get to work on the batter and get yourself back in the dugout. Blaze Jordan is the hitter. So again, the top 4, especially in this Sea Dog lineup, all very dangerous hitters. Trevor Schwecke still talking with Brian Laws during the stoppage. Probably saying, we didn't even slide.
I think that's the conversation.
It has to be. I can't believe that. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer if he doesn't slide. Marcelo Meyer putting his 2 cents in because, he's a shortstop too. Blaze Jordan is the hitter. 2 on, 2 out. A run across for the Sea Dogs. Noah Skiro back to work. Driven into center field. Back goes Marcus Lee Sang. He'll have room. And he'll make the catch to the deepest part of the ballpark. And that will do it for the Dogs here in the third. They do put a run across. They do it without a hit. And there were 2 errors as well. And 2 men left on base. After 2.5, it's Reading 2, Portland 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Bottom of the third inning, brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Vernon University Golden Wolves call the bullpen for the Portland Sea Dogs. Will bring right-hander Wickelman Gonzalez into the ballgame.
Gonzalez, his 11th appearance, second out of the bullpen, 3-2, an 8 ERA, 36 innings pitched, 32 hits, 26 walks, and 36 strikeouts.
So Gonzalez, as Jake said, and the numbers back that up, he's been struggling for most of the season, so they're trying to kind of just change the dynamic a little bit to use him as a reliever and coming out of the bullpen rather than as a starter, and see if that doesn't help him at all. And Marcus Lee Sang, the first one to face him, and Gonzalez starts him with a strike. Gonzalez, a highly regarded prospect for the Red Sox. He's the number 6 prospect in their preseason rankings. 0-1 pitch to Lee Sang is low for a ball. Fastball is a plus pitch from the scout's perspective on Gonzalez. Anywhere from 93 to 95. Also has a curve, a change, and a slider. 1-1 pitch. Lee Sang fouls it at the plate. May have got it off his foot. It did. So it's 1-2 now to Marcus Lee Sang. Gonzalez signed as an international free agent by the Red Sox from Venezuela in 2018. Promoted from Greenville to Portland last year in the middle of July. Made 15 starts for the Sea Dogs. Last year went 6-3, but a high ERA at 5.14. Nowhere near where it is today at +8. 1-2 pitch. Lee Sang stays alive as he fouls one straight back. And does the same with the next pitch. In the 25 combined starts last year for Gonzalez between High A Greenville and Double A Portland, he was 9-4 with a 3.96 earned run average. Struck out 168 in 111 innings. 1-2 pitch, way inside, it's 2-2. The strikeout numbers obviously down with just 18 and 19 walks to go along with it. Lee Sang tried to check his swing and actually tipped off his bat and held on to by the catcher Eli Marrero, and that is out number 1 here in the third. That'll go down as a strikeout in Gonzalez's favor. And it will bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate. De La Cruz robbed of a base hit by Marcelo Meyer his first time up, as Meyer ranged to his right in the hole and threw out De La Cruz. And the first pitch to Carlos here is ball 1. Carl Ellison is now coaching at third after Al Padrique was ejected, and Robert Moore is coaching at first for the Fightin' Phils. As De La Cruz takes another one outside, it's 2-0. 2-1 Fightins as they bat here in the bottom of the third. That's over for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now to De La Cruz. Swing and a miss. 94-mile-an-hour sinker from Gonzalez. De La Cruz somewhat during that swing tried to stop it but could not. So now the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls that one away, stays alive. Infield plays Carlos De La Cruz to pull. Outfield a bit the other way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Driven into center field, falling fast and in for a base hit. De La Cruz got robbed of hit his first time up. Nobody was getting that one on the line drive up the middle. Hit number 4 for the Fightin' Phils is a 1-out single for De La Cruz and brings Carson Taylor to the plate.
Excellent piece of hitting from De La Cruz. Fastball middle in, and he did exactly what you should do with a fastball middle in. That's stay inside of it and drive it right back through the middle. And Redding's got a 1-out base runner, and see if Carson Taylor can find some extra bases here.
Taylor infield pop-up his first time up. Taylor scuffled a bit in this series, just 1 for 13. So that batting average not only under 300, but now under 290 as he stands in. First pitch to him is low and away for a ball. 8 home runs, 43 RBIs on the year for the left-hand hitter. Takes one up high, it's 2-0. De Cruz takes his lead off of first. Pretty good sized lead for Carlos. 2 balls and no strikes to Carson Taylor. That's there for a called strike 1. This one ripped into right field. That's a base hit as well. De Cruz will stop at second. Back-to-back hits here with 1 out in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, Redding getting the Wickelman Gonzalez quickly. That's an off-speed pitch at 84 that pretty much was right over the heart of the plate. And Carson Taylor hits it 100 off the bat, makes him pay. So, like I said, Gonzalez has struggled this year. Let's see if Redding can greet him with a couple of runs.
Phils have 5 hits already in this one. They've also had a couple hits taken away from them by Marcelo Meyer in the 1st inning. He robbed De La Cruz as well as Marcus Lee Sang. So Otto Kemp now will bat. He struck out his first time up against Webb. Swings at the first pitch by Gonzalez and fouls it out of play. Gonzalez is still just 22 years of age, so he's well ahead of the curve, if you will, from advancing in the minor leagues as a starting pitcher. No balls and a strike to Kemp. That's down low. Well, actually, it's at the knees for a called strike 2. Kemp began the year at Jersey Shore. Called up prior to this series. 0-2 the count to him. Batting in the cleanup spot tonight. That's way outside, an easy take. Phils will head on the road after tomorrow's series finale. They will head to New Hampshire, take on the Fisher Cats. And that'll actually conclude the first half of the Eastern League season. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Otto Kemp. Up high again, it's 2-2. So the Phils return home a week from Tuesday, the 25th of June. They will not only take on the Bowie Bay Sox, but it will begin a brand new season, if you will. The second half will get underway with the beginning of those series. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Otto Kemp. Up high again, it's 3-2. Wickelman Gonzalez working from the stretch with 2 on and 1 out. And a 3-2 count to Otto Kemp. Fouls it away. Gonzalez now steps off. Three balls and 2 strikes to Kemp. Will try it again. Foul tip in and out of the glove of Marrero as Kemp stays alive. And again, we'll try it at 3-2. Beats another one foul, this time down the third baseline. Otto Kemp making Gonzalez work for it here. Steady run of fastballs right now from Gonzalez, trying to get Otto Kemp. De Cruz takes his lead off of second. Carson Taylor off of first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gonzalez gets Kemp swinging. Out number 2 in the inning. Now Kendall Simmons will bat. Simmons line drive double. His first time up in the second inning and started a 2-run inning for the Fightins with that double, coming around to score the first run of the ball game. Now looking to add to the Phils lead, which is 2-1 right now. This one's way outside. Simmons' 7th double of the season, his 3rd hit of this series. One-0 pitch on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Outfield plays Simmons pretty much straight away and deep. 1-1 pitch. And his fist might have broken his bat. It did. Kendall Simmons fouls it out of play, and he needs some new lumber. So Kendall Simmons trades one bat for another. Now back to the plate with a 1-ball and 2-strike count. And another late swing off his fist, and Simmons staying alive, fouling him out of play.
That one's towards the parking lot. Hopefully not towards my car, because that's very close to where I park.
That's not too far from your direction. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gonzalez exchanging baseballs. Tosses one into the Fight Phil's dugout. Simmons back inside the box at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, that will do it. Might have been a foul tip, but Marrero holds on. And Gonzalez ends up striking out the side with a couple hits mixed in between. For the Fightins in the 3rd, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left, 3 complete. It's 2-1, Fightin' Phil's on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind classic Harley-Davidson.
Fightin' Phil's remain on top, and now as we head to the top half of the 4th inning, third things over for play-by-play to Jake Starr.
Thank you very much, Bob. Jake Starr, joined alongside by Bob McCool. Fightin' Phil's on top, 2-1 in this top of the 4th inning. A reminder that every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to the residents at Village Greens. It's 5-6-7 to up. Manager Chad Epperson's Portland Sea Dogs line up in this 4th inning. Edinson Paulino will lead things off against Noah Skiro. Skiro back out for inning number 2 of work. Allowed 1 unearned run in the top half of the 3rd inning. So Paulino will dig on in from the left-handed batter's box. He's 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch to him is over for a strike. It's 0-1. A curveball at 76 that dropped in from Skiro. The righty Skiro works in the windup quickly, fires the next pitch home, swung on, ground ball, knuckled to short. Couple of hops for Schwecke, who fields on the run, throws the first, it's in time. And that is out number 1 for Philip Sykes.
Job by Skiro. I'm not sure if that broke the bat or not, but it certainly was in on the fists of Polino for sure, and he couldn't get much on it.
So Sykes will bat from the right side, one gone to the top of the 4th. Fightin Phil's an early 2-1 lead over the Portland Sea Dogs. Skiro, the righty, fires the first pitch home, and it's a strike. Was in and out of the mid Arturo de Freitas, but the ball did cross home plate in the strike zone, according to home plate umpire Ethan Gorsak. Brian Laws, our third base umpire. Kellen Martin, the crew chief, is at first. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, cranked down the left field line. It's fair. It'll 2-hop and hit off the facing of the wall. Sykes rounds first, wheels towards second. That's where he'll stop. It's a 1-out double for Philip Sykes, his 11th of the season. And it's a man in scoring position for Tyler Miller, one away.
Sykes really turned on that offering from Skiro, pulled it hard down the line, and De La Cruz just scrambling down there, making sure he didn't let Sykes get more. There was double off the bat.
Tyler Miller will dig in from the left side. Ball was hit 107 off the bat. Pitch at 87 on the inner part of the plate that Sykes got going early and turned on quickly. So Skiro looking to hold on to a 1-run lead for the Fightin Phils. Here's the pitch. It's swung on, hit in the air well, this time down the right field line, and it is foul. Just to the right of the white chalk by the Fightin Phils bullpen. And Portland came just a matter of a couple of feet away from evening up this ball game.
Sure did. That was hit hard, just like the batter before him, Sykes. Only Sykes pulled it down the left field line, and Miller, the left-hand hitter, pulled it down the right field line. Fightin Phils are fortunate. That was literally foul by inches.
So it's no balls, 1 strike to count to Tyler Miller. Miller's 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out the left his first time up. Skiro set, fires home, and it's outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Tyler Miller, a newcomer to this Portland team, promoted to AA on May the 28th after playing 36 games for High 8 Greenville before his call-up. And he's in a 1-ball, 1-strike count against the righty Skiro, who checks, fires home. Swung on, ground ball second. 3 ups for Simmons, waits back, vacuums it up, throws the first in time. That's out 2. Sykes does advance the 3rd. So it is a productive out for Tyler Miller, and that'll bring the other Tyler McDonough, to the plate for the Sea Dogs.
Last inning, and Skiro's first inning, was a battle between himself and his defense. He gave up a couple of walks. His defense did help him with a couple of errors mixed in. But a chance to get out of here with no further damage and keep the lead in Phil's favor.
First pitch is a bit up for a ball. It's 1-0. McDonough's 0 for 1 tonight, a ground out the second. Tying run though, and Tyler Miller stands just 90 feet away, gets his lead off third, kept not holding him on. He's about 2 steps in a dive off the bag. The next pitch from Skiro misses a bit up and out to the lefty. It's 2-0. McDonough, who began the season with Portland, had a brief stint with Worcester. Caught up to AAA on April the 12th at 242 across a brief stay up there. The 2-0 is a curveball that misses a bit up. It's 3-0. Overall, he's a 254 hitter. A couple home runs, driven in 12. 9 extra base hits in total for Tyler McDonough. And he's in a 3-ball, no-strike count as the 8th man in the lineup. Skiro set, fires home. That's over for a strike. It's 3-1. Four-seam fastball right down the chute at 91 from Skiro, who is a 25-year-old. He'll turn 26 on July the 21st in his 4th year in the Phillies organization. Set at the belt, the 3-1. That's swung on a miss. It's 3-2. Nice cutter from Skiro to work himself back in the count. And now he's a strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed. Full count, 2 outs, top 4. Reading leads 2-1. And time is called for by McDonough. He'll step out. Philip Sykes the lone base runner, so he won't be off and running on the pitch. Ready on lefty matchup. Skiro toes the third base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. And that's up and out, ball 4. So ultimately it's a walk for Tyler McDonough. Third one issued by Skiro. And that'll put men on the corners. 2 outs still for Eli Marrero.
Frustration in the body language for Skiro after he threw that pitch, and it really wasn't a competitive pitch. It was an easy take for McDonough to take for ball 4. And Skiro kind of walking himself back and around towards second base after making that pitch off the mound to just kind of compose his thoughts as he faces the 9-hole hitter now.
So Marrero is the 9-hole hitter. He's had himself a very good week. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Marrero 3 for 8 this week, runs scored. Couple of doubles and a home run, 3 RBI. He's also struck out 3 times this week. And the 9-man is down to the count. No balls, 1 strike to Noah Skiro. Righty's ready, fires home. It's a curveball, and it's just out and up for a ball. It's 1-1. Marrero tonight worked a walk in the 3rd inning. Advanced on a error by Kendall Simmons, and ultimately scored on a throwing error by Trevor Schwecke. 1-1, swing and a miss on a cutter. It's 1-2.
Marrero really helping out there. He chased a fastball way up high.
So it's a ball and 2 strikes again with men on the corners and 2 outs. Marrero asked for and is granted time from home plate umpire Ethan Gorsak.
This game was zipping along through 2 innings. It came to a screeching halt after this 3rd inning started.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Skiro's ready at the belt. And the pitch. That's a curveball, misses a bit down the lefty. It's 2-2. Skiro's allowed 1 run so far tonight. It was unearned after a couple of errors in last inning. 2-2 the count. Skiro's ready again, looking for the put-away pitch. Here's the pitch. That's up. It's 3-2.
And again, Skiro's going to go for a walk. A lot of body language from Noah Skiro tonight. He's just frustrated with himself and missing spots.
Trying to recollect himself here. He steps back on the rubber, dangles the right arm as he rests the glove on his left hip. Gets a sign from the Freitas. He's set at the belt again. Payoff pitch. That's upstairs, ball 4. So it was a 1-2 count. Marrero works his way back in it. It's the 4th walk for Noah Skiro. 2nd work by Marrero, and that'll bring Phil Candary, the Fightin's pitching coach, out of the dugout for a conversation with Skiro, who's at 41 pitches through an inning and 2/3.
Well, there's nobody up in the bullpen, so it's not like they're going to make a change here. And again, Al Padrique was ejected, so he can't come out to make the change. But this is going to be a counseling session with Phil Candary. If we're seeing from the press box the body language of Noah Skiro, the frustration on Skiro after he misses with pitches, then certainly Phil Candary is going to try and go out there and do something about it, try to talk him down a little bit and say, look, I know you might not be happy, but if you look up on that scoreboard, they still haven't put a run up, and there's 2 outs. So just work on the batter, get the batter out, and we'll forget about the walks you just gave up.
So the mound visit comes to an end. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 2-1 our score. Reading still on top. Sea Dogs already stranded 3 on base tonight through 3 innings. Skiro's looking to escalate that number to 6 here if he can retire Christian Campbell. Campbell, though, last night, a strong night. Couple of home runs. 2 for 4 night, 3 runs scored, couple of RBI. And I'll dig in from the right side. Slightly closed stance. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Skiro's ready, fires home. First pitch is a strike. On the outside corner, it's 0-1. Sinker at 92 from Skiro. Bottom of the zone. Sixth batter to come to the plate this inning for Portland. They have not scratched across a run. The 0-1 is in sight. It's 1-1. Almost hit Campbell. Gets out of the way of it.
I don't know if it almost hit him or he almost hit it, because he started to stride forward and almost turned into it.
1 ball, 1 strike to count now to Christian Campbell. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit straight back foul. It's 1-2. And once again, Noah Skiro is a strike away from getting out of this inning with no damage.
When Skiro's throwing strikes, He's gotten a number of pitches in on some hitters' fists, just like he did there with Campbell.
A ball and 2 strikes to Christian Campbell. Skiro, the righty, is ready. Here's the pitch. And that's down. It's 2-2. Christian Campbell tonight's 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the first, reached on an error in the third. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases are loaded. Skiro's ready, the 2-2. And that one is, everyone was halfway off the field. That was well in the strike zone.
We may have another ejection.
And they're going to appeal and say he went.
Wow.
Phil Caderi is giving it to home plate umpire Ethan Gorsak right now.
Even Christian Campbell, the batter, started to walk to the dugout because he thought he was out.
And the pitch was very much in the strike zone, too. So, a miss on 2 ends by home plate umpire Ethan Gorsak. And now there's someone on Portland who's arguing with Gorsak as well.
That's Eli Marrero, the catcher, coming back from first base, who's
I guess had an angle on.
Correct.
So, in the inning, it's no runs, it's 1 hit. There are no errors, and 3 are left on base. We will head it on the third. 2-1 our score. Fightin' Phil's on top.
Are you ready to embark on the adventure of retirement? Welcome to the Highlands at Wyomissing, where over 35 years of experience have perfected the art of senior living. Nestled on over 113 acres of serene landscape, our community offers a haven for active seniors seeking tranquility and excitement alike. Discover a lifestyle enriched with stunning amenities and engaging activities, all within the premier nonprofit life care community in Berks County. Bid farewell to home maintenance and embrace more quality time with loved ones as you enjoy a calendar brimming with thrilling events and trips. Experience the security, independence, and boundless opportunities that await you at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and unlock the possibilities of your retirement.
Visit the Brentwoods Industries Fightin' Phil's team store to stay repped all season long. Head to our store at FirstEnergy Stadium or online at artphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, jerseys, kids apparel, and much more. Looking for something new? Check out our brand new Pinstripe and Los Luchadores jerseys. Root for your Fightins in style and stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin' team store or artphils.com/shop.
Bottom half of the 4th inning, and throughout this bottom of the 4th inning, we'll take a look around the Phillies organization, thanks to our friends over at EPA WA Weather Consulting, your source for public and private weather forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. So 2-1 our score. Fightin' Phil still on top after a just wacky last couple of innings here from Baseball Town. Wickham Gonzalez pitches to Ethan Wilson, who swings and misses, and it's no balls and 1 strike to Ethan Wilson, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Gonzalez back out for his 2nd inning of work. And here's the 0-1. Wilson swings and laces one foul down the right field line, 0-2. Phillies fell 6-2 against Baltimore. Taiwan Walker, 5 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs. Alec Boehm, a couple of hits, including a double. Edmundo Sosa hit his 5th home run of the season. Next pitch to Wilson's upstairs for a ball, 1-2. Lehigh Valley currently on top of Syracuse on the road. It's 4-0 in upstate New York. And here's the pitch. That is way upstairs, 2-2. Ramos Garcia, a couple of hits. So does Cody Roberts. Nick Podkul, 2 hits. Home run for Nick Podkul and Aramis Garcia and old friend of ours, Jim Haley. Next pitch, swung on, fouled straight back. It'll stay 2-2. Jersey Shore about to get game 2 of a doubleheader underway. They fell in game 1, 11-6 against the Wilmington Blue Rocks. George Klassen made his high A debut in the first game of that doubleheader. Here's the 2-2. Wilson swings, fouls it back. Class in 4 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked 3, struck out 5. Aiden Miller had a triple and a couple of hits RBI. William Bergoya tripled, and so did Amarian Boyd. So a triple party over at Shoretown Ballpark, Lakewood, New Jersey. Next pitch to Wilson, he swings, pops it up, foul territory left side. Guerrero ditches the mask and the catcher makes the catch. That's out number 1 for Schwecke. Justin Crawford, 2 hits, 2 RBI. Miller, as we said, 2 hits. And Marion Boyd, 2 hits. William Bergoya had 3 hits as well. Clearwater finished off a suspended game. They won 9-4. They're in the bottom of the 3rd in the second game. Assume that's a 7-inning game over at Baycare Ballpark. Threshers, as we said, won 9-4 in game 1. And first pitch of strike, it's 0-1. Bryson Ware, a couple of hits, including a home run. Raylan Heredia went deep. And Avery Owusu Asidu also had a double. 0-1 misses down for a ball. It's 1-1. That has been your look around the Phillies organization. Thanks to our friends at EPA WA Weather Consulting, your source of public and private weather forecasts in PA, New Jersey, Delaware, Northern and Eastern Maryland. Here's the 1-1 to Schwecke. Takes it on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-2. Trevor Schwecke's 1 for 1 tonight. He singled, drove in a run, also scored a run back in the second inning. Making his first start back with Reading was transferred to Lehigh Valley June the 4th, back today 11 days later, and that is apparently on the outside corner and a called strike 3. I don't think Schwecke thought so, nor did really anybody, I think, in the ballpark. And that's strikeout number 4 for Wickham and Gonzalez. Now to bring Bryce Ball to the plate.
Up there swinging, boys.
That's the only option you really have at this point. It's one of those games where you're just going to have to make sure you put things in your own hands and take care of business. Don't let the uncontrollables control the outcome of this game. First pitch to Bryce Ball is a ball.
It really does. I mean, it may not be right if you're a hitter to say that, but it's what you have to do. You've got to adjust. If you can't figure out for sure if it's anywhere remotely close, you might as well just be up there hacking.
1-0 to Ball is fouled straight back. It's 1-1.
But you can't. I mean, it's one thing if it's strike 1 or strike 2, but if you got 2 strikes on you, you can't just assume, well, that's a little bit outside and it's going to be a ball, because it might not be.
Bryce Ball tonight had an RBI double his last time up. Next pitch he swings, fouls it back. It's 1-2. 2-1 our score. Fightin' Phil still on top over the Sea Dogs. Reading 2 runs in the second. Portland a run in the top of the third. Been a lot of traffic for both teams, but that's been all the scoring so far. Here's the 1-2. That's inside. It's 2-2. Infield has ball shaded over towards the right side. Shortstop Myers over by the second base bag. 2-2, ball swings. Serves at the shallow center. Racing in Campbell. It'll drop in front of him for a base hit. And it's the second hit of the night for Bryce Ball. And that'll bring the catcher Arturo DeFreitas to the plate.
2 well-struck balls on the part of Bryce Ball. Pulls one to right. Gets himself a double. Now lines one right up the middle.
And it'll be DeFreitas who digs in from the right side. At the very least, you flip the lineup card over with that single from Ball. First pitch to DeFreitas is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Arturo's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out looking back in the third. Hit a home run last night. Also walked the season high 3 times. Here's the 1-0, and that's up and in. Gets off the mid of the catcher Marrero, so up to second will go Ball. It is mitt, so we'll see what they roll it. It was not a pristine pitch by any means.
No, you're right. I mean, it was an up and in pitch, but Marrero just kind of reached for it. He didn't really move. He didn't really adjust his body. He just kind of reached his hand up there to try to make the catch. With a catcher's mitt, that's not always the easiest thing to do.
So it's a 2-ball, no strike count to Arturo DeFreitas, and it's a wild pitch by Gonzalez. Next pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. 4th wild pitch of the season for Wickelman Gonzalez. 2-1, and that's way outside. Curveball, 3-1.
You've got 2 starters going right now, and Skiro for the Fightin' Phils and Gonzalez for the Sea Dogs, but they are throwing a lot of pitches to retire batters.
(3-1), and the Freitas swings and lifts it foul off to the right side and out of play.
Between foul balls and walks, in the case of Noah Skiro, just throwing a lot of pitches in the time. The idea is that both of these guys are supposed to try to give their team at least 3, if not 4, or maybe even 5. I don't know if the pitch count's going to allow them to get anywhere near that.
52 pitches for Wickelman Gonzalez. 3-2, and the Freitas takes a curveball on the inside corner. That's a called strike 3. So 5th strikeout for Gonzalez through a couple of innings. And overall in the inning, it's no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and 1 Fightin' Phil is left on base. We will head to the 5th. Our score, Reading 2, Portland 1. Back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this. So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi, and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Our Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Our Phils.
Top half of the 5th inning, 2-1 Fightin' Phils on top over the Portland Sea Dogs. In this 5th inning, we'd like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the Fightin' Phils. So it'll be 2-3-4, 2 up for Portland. Marcelo Meyer will lead things off. Noah Skiro's back in. He's gone 2 innings. He's thrown 46 pitches. And he's allowed just 1 unearned run, but 4 walks and a couple of errors have really clogged up the base paths in the last couple of innings. So Skiro really looking for a clean and quick inning here. But he'll do it against pretty much the heart of the Portland lineup. First, it's Marcelo Meyer, Boston's number 2 prospect. First pitch to him is swung on, hit in the air, right center field. Wilson races over, leaps, it's over his head, 1 hops the wall. It shoots over the head of Wilson off the wall. Lee Sang, fortunately, there quickly, and he gets it in, so it's a leadoff double for Meyer. That's his Double-A leading 23rd double of the season. Here's Kyle Teal.
Yeah, Ethan Wilson came so close to it. He got a great jump on it, but it was well struck by Meyer off the bat. Ethan Wilson then had it hop over his head. Good job by Marcus Lee Sang on the backup, because then it bounced over Ethan Wilson's head on the deflection off the wall. Fortunately for the Phils, Lee Sang was there to back it up, or Meyer standing on 3rd.
So it's Kyle Teal, the DH from the left side. Pitch to him is at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Teal's DH the last couple of nights for Portland. He is usually their starting catcher, but Eli Marrero, who's swinging a good stick this week, gets to start again behind the plate. Next pitch to Teal is taken for a ball. It's 1-1. Ball was actually bounced and dug up by Arturo de Freitas.
Well, it's kind of a catch-22 from a manager standpoint, because you want to give your catcher a night off from time to time, but using him as a DH doesn't really give him a night off, because you'd like to get him to get off their feet completely. But Teal's got too good of a bat.
1-1 is in tight for a ball. On a curve, it's 2-1. Brendan Chalucci's up and throwing in the Portland bullpen. So you wonder if that's it for Gonzalez, which is definitely probably not the ideal outcome, to have to now really go into your bullpen in the 5th, but got a lot of pitches for Wickelman Gonzalez. Teal steps out and asks for time.
Yeah, he was close to 60 pitches over 2 innings. It was upper 50, 57, somewhere in that neck of the woods when he got that last out of the inning. So he threw a lot of pitches in 2 innings.
2-1, swung on and drilled foul. Fortunately off the facing of the Sea Dogs dugout. It's 2-2. Otto Kemp will retrieve it. Go ahead and flip it to the R-Phil's bat boy. So it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Kyle Teal. He's been aboard both times tonight. He's singled, he's walked. Hasn't advanced further than first base. There's the 2-2. That's up, it's 3-2.
Skiro's missed up high a lot. It has to be some semblance of mechanics.
So count runs full to Kyle Teal. Meyer gets a lead off second. Skiro Pierce home. He's at 52 pitches. And time's called by Arturo de Freitas. The pitch clock was winding down.
Had to be. That was a long look from Skiro.
So we'll do it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Teal. Skiro's ready at the belt, fires home. Swung on, ground ball through the vacant hole. On the left side, it's a base hit. Meyer around third. De La Cruz was up with the throw, and then he brings it back, and we'll just go to second. Probably the smart play with the fast Meyer running, but it's an RBI single for Kyle Teal. That'll make it a 2-2 ball game, and Blaze Jordan's the batter.
Yeah, it's a very slow roller through the infield, and so that just gives Meyer that much more time to get to third, and ultimately until it rolled all the way out to De La Cruz, he really didn't have much of a shot at getting Marcelo Meyer. So now we got a brand new ball game. Skiro has been walking a tightrope in each of his 3 innings of work so far.
Blaze Jordan will dig in from the right side. Skiro ready, fires home. That's way out for a ball. It's 1-0. Jordan's 0 for 2 tonight. He was 0 for 5 in last night's game, which snapped his 19-game hitting and 20-game on-base streak. 19-game hitting streak was the longest by anybody in the Eastern League this season. And here's the 1-0. Swung on, lifted in the air. It'll slice out of play, foul to the left side. It's 1-1. Jordan tonight to pop up the second, a fly out the center. Fightin Phil's looking for maybe a ground ball here to one of the middle infielders. 1-1. Curveball is a bit up for a ball. It's 2-1. Teal gets his lead off first. Skiro's ready, fires home, swung on and lifted foul behind home plate. It's 2-2. Kyle Teal is the Red Sox, Blaze Jordan. Kyle Teal leads off first. Blaze Jordan's the Red Sox number 19 overall prospect. In from the right side, slightly open stance. Teal gets his lead off of first, 2-2 ball game. Pitch from Skiro, swung on, line drive, left field, that's a base hit. Going towards the corner, De La Cruz cuts it off. That'll keep Teal at second. He'll make a turn around the bag and retreat. And that's 3 straight hits here for Portland. And that'll bring Edinson Paulino to the plate, still nobody out.
Activity now in the Fightin Phil's bullpen, but that's a good play by Carlos De La Cruz, because he ranged well to his right and backhanded that ball and ultimately kept Teal from advancing. And there would also be the problem, because then if you make the play and the throw to third, that moves Jordan to second. So by hustling over and backhanding it, Carlos De La Cruz keeps Kyle Teal at second and Jordan at first. And Tristan Garnett, I believe, throwing into Fightin Phil's bullpen.
It is Garnett up and throwing. Redding can really use a ground ball double play here. It's Edinson Paulino. He's 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Molino tonight 0 for 2. Pop up to the shortstop and also a ground out to short in his 2 at-bats tonight. As Skiro takes his time, trying to find his footing on that rubber. Pierhome get a sign. Checks back at the runner at second. 0-1 is swung on, ground ball towards second. Simmons scoops on the hop, goes to second for 1, relay to first in time. 4-6-3 double play. Excellent work by Simmons and Schwecke to flip it. And that's 2 huge outs. Up to third goes Teal. Phillips Sykes the batter.
Yeah, that's a well-timed double play and a well-turned double play. As Simmons, it was kind of a tough short hop on him, and he picked it. And once he picked it clean, then it's just a matter of the accuracy of the throws. And Schwecke was there, and the relay, perfect timing. And now Skiro can get out of this.
Well, Phillips Sykes is what stands between him and getting out of this inning. Sykes digs in from the right side. First pitch home is swung on. Flared in the air, shallow left. Schwecke, the shortstop, a couple of steps back, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side in the 5th. Portland does get a run. They do it on 3 hits. There were no errors. They leave 1 man aboard. We are halfway home in Baseball Town. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, all tied up at 2.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
Bottom half of the 5th inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. 2-2 ball game, bottom 5, and there's a new arm in from the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen. It is the lefty, Brendan Chalucci.
12th appearance of the season. He's 1-1 with a 3.44 earned run average in 18 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 14 hits. He struck out an impressive 31. He's walked 12.
So he will get the top of the Fightin Phil's lineup. In a brand new ball game, it's tied at 2. Reading had the 2-0 lead. Portland a run in the 3rd, run in the 5th, though, tie it up. And Marcus Lee Sang will be the first man up. And the first pitch down for a ball. It's 1-0. So the line on Wickham and Gonzalez, 2 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks. Did strike out 5 through a lot of pitches, though, 53. 35 were strikes, but just way too many pitches through 2 innings. 1-0. Lee Sang takes down and in 2-0. Sure, they would have hoped to get more out of Wickham and Gonzalez tonight, but a bullpen that's been pretty taxed for Portland this week is going to be asked now to go at least 5 innings. Well, hopefully 4 for the Fightin Phil's sake. 2-0. Lee Sang will take. On the outside corner, it's a strike, 2-1.
Now, depending on what the situation is on the other side, I think Fightin Phil's would pretty much say the same about Noah Skiro. Tristan Garnett has been warming up and thinking he's probably coming in for the 6th.
2-1, and Lee Sang takes down. It's 3-1. Well, Garnett's standing on top of the mound. There is a catcher down there, but he's not throwing, and now he stepped off the mound.
Right.
He's got to go get ready to retrieve any foul balls, I guess.
But Skiro, I think the Phils would have liked to got more than 3 innings out of him. We'll see if that's the case.
3-1, Lee Sang swings, fouls it straight back, 3-2.
I would think that they wanted, obviously Castillo was going to go 2, that we knew. But you would think that they would have wanted at least 4 from Skiro, who's a starter. 5 obviously would have been ideal. That gets you to the back end of your bullpen.
Full count to Lee Sang. Jalucci fires home, swing and a miss on a slider, and he's down on strike. So Jalucci fools Lee Sang. First strikeout for him. It's the 9th thrown by Portland pitching tonight, and that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate.
That was just a filthy slider from Jalucci. Lee Sang had no shot at that. He had 1 foot in a dugout. His shoulder was at first base, and he was done. Great pitch.
So it's the righty De La Cruz in. First pitch to him. He takes outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Carlos is 1 for 2 so far tonight. Singled back in the third. He grounded out the short in the first. Next pitch, swung on, grounded foul. It's 1-1. Both balls Carlos hit tonight, though, were both hit pretty hard.
Yeah, he could very well be 2 for 2 if it wasn't for
Marcelo
Meyer. Correct. Well, let's put it this way. He should be 2 for 2 if it wasn't for Marcelo Meyer taking one away from him in the hole.
It's a 1-1 game. Here's the pitch. De La Cruz takes a slider that missed down, 2-1. That's a pretty good take, because that ball started in a pretty good spot of the strike zone, and De La Cruz able to recognize the spin on and then let it go. Jalucci comes set of the belt, fires home. Carlos swings, hits it in the air well, right center field. Campbell goes back at the track, at the wall. It's gone! Onto the veranda of the Red News Event Center. It's a solo home run for Carlos De La Cruz, his 7th of the season, and the Fightin' Phils are back on top. It's 3-2.
Carlos just got that one elevated, got that one up in the jet stream, as Brendan Marsh referred to it, and just let it sail on out of here. Big one for the Fightin' Phils to get that run right back and get right back up on top at the same time.
It was a pitch that was on the outer edge of the plate. Fastball 93, and he stayed with it, sent it that way. 104 off the bat, 382 feet, and Redding's back on top. Here's Carson Taylor. Pitch to Taylor, that's way inside, almost got a piece of him. It's 1-0. So really, really good night for Carlos, and it's just really been the epitome of the month of June, maybe a couple of weeks before June started, just how well he's been swinging the bat. It's been awesome to see. 1-0, Taylor swings, it's foul, and Robert Moore gets out of the way of it. First base coach.
Schwarber-esque June for Carlos De La Cruz.
Some say June's the month of Schwarber. I argue it's the month of Carlos De La Cruz.
Sure there's a convenience store somewhere that could sign up a Carlos.
1-1 is down for a ball, 2-1. How about for every Sheets maybe? Every Carlos De La Cruz home run, $4.50. I don't know, how about a milkshake? I didn't know, milkshakes might not even be $4.50. I did get one the other night. I don't remember what I paid for it. I kind of just put the credit card in the machine and hope for the best after that.
Oh, Sheets, there are better ones right here.
3-1. Well, I know the ones here are excellent, but it was 11:30 at night. I wasn't here. Also, I don't know if you know that, during the games, I'm up here.
You weren't here? I thought you slept here.
It's a fair point. 3 balls, 1 strike to Taylor. Here's the pitch. And that's on the outside corner, 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Taylor swings, dribbles it foul. It'll stay full. So with his 2 for 3 performance tonight, Carlos De La Cruz in June sitting 346. He has scored 15 runs, 3 doubles, 5 home runs, 13 RBI, and entering tonight, because I don't want to do this much math, 436 on base percentage, 652 slugging percentage, and an OPS of 1.088. 3-2, Taylor takes inside. With that home run, slugging's got to be over 700. OPS probably close to 12. And the OBP probably close to like 480. So it's been a very good June for De La Cruz. And he finished May off on a hot note as well. Hits in his last 4 games of May and in 6 of his last 7 games in May. So of course you hope for De La Cruz. The conversation begins to shift to, well, how much longer is he here for?
It's a fair point, but again, I just think there's a logjam between with a body situation. The Philadelphia Phillies organization is going to have to make some decisions at pretty much every level over the course of the next couple of weeks. You always getting into that time of the year where there's a lot of player movement in the minor leagues, and the Phillies have some movements to make with the major leaguers with guys coming back.
1-0 is a ball. The next pitch is swung on, hit down the right field line. It's foul, 1-1.
We talked about the situation with obviously Brandon Marsh now being activated with the Phillies and playing today in Baltimore, which dropped Wes Wilson back to Lehigh Valley and Trevor Schwecke back here to Reading. But Trey Turner they expect to be activated any day now. That's obviously going to impact it. Cody Clemens had been put on the disabled list with back spasms. He's eventually going to have to be activated and determine what they're going to do with him.
1-1. Kemp takes for a strike. It's 1-2. And a pitch that was not in the strike zone, at least according to what we have up here. I don't think Kemp thought so either, but it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, so going to have to expand the zone a bit here. Here's the pitch. Kemp swings and misses. He's down on strikes, but like we said, kind of a ball that's out of the zone called a strike and then forces you to have to protect on a slider 84. Probably a pitch he takes. But nonetheless, third strikeout tonight for Kemp. 2 outs for Kendall Simmons. Of course, it's going to be a really interesting next 6 weeks across minor league. Well, it's baseball as a whole, but especially a lot of stuff affecting the minors. Time is called by Simmons. Trade deadline, end of July, of course. The draft in mid-July. So there's going to be a lot of decisions to make for teams. Of course, you have that 165-person maximum number, at least on the domestic side. So the players in the Dominican Summer League don't count towards the 165. Anybody from the Complex League up does. First pitch to Simmons, a strike, 0-1. Phillies did make a trade earlier today. Casey Martin was traded to the Milwaukee Brewers for cash considerations. And it's a 0-1 pitch to Simmons, up for a ball, 1-1. Wonder what he'll report to. Gotta think it'll be Double-A Biloxi, but not sure what the status of the Brewers minor league organization looks like currently.
Phils and Brewers have been exchanging bodies a lot over the course of the last year.
Robert Moore for Oliver Dunn, of course. Henry Mendez also in that trade. 1-1 to Simmons. He takes it's 2-1. They'll peel. Phil Martin says no swing.
A guy named Hoskins playing in Milwaukee that some Phillies fans may know.
Not a trade, though.
No, I just said exchanging bodies. I didn't say it was a trade. Just saying they've been exchanging bodies over the course of the last year and a half.
Isn't, what's his name? The pitcher out of the bullpen. They're over towards first. 2-1. Hobie Milner.
Hobie Milner, yep.
Lanky lefty who pitched here. Brewers in first place in the National League Central. Phillies swept them back at the beginning of June. 2-1 is out for a ball. It's 3-1.
Actually, now that I think about it, extends back a little bit further. Gene Segura was another former Brewer that became a Philadelphia Philly.
But he came from the Mariners, right? That was the trade that sent J.P. Crawford.
Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
Because he was Milwaukee, Arizona, Seattle, Philly, Miami.
I just remember him more with the Brewers because he saw him more.
3-1's up for a ball, and that's ball 4. So second walk of the inning issued by Chalucci. And that'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate. 26 pitches for Chalucci. Portland's bullpen quiet.
Just a lot of pitches thrown in this ball game by both sides. Chalucci looked like he was zipping along. He threw a tremendous slider to Marcus Lee Sang to strike him out. Then De La Cruz's home run. All of a sudden now he's scuffling to consistently throw strikes and dragging this inning out. Phil's have to make him pay for a couple of walks.
So here's Ethan Wilson. First pitch to him's a bit up in the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
Chalucci's clearly a left-handed pitcher who's designed to pitch to left-handed hitters. He's much tougher on left-handed hitters.
No balls, 1 strike to count. Ethan Wilson the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air well. Right center field. Sykes goes back, and he will get to the spot and make the catch in front of the 69 news sign in right center field. So in the inning, Reading does get 1 run. The Carlos De La Cruz home run was the only hit. There were no errors, and 2 are left on base. We played 5-4 for Baseball Town. 3-2 our score. Reading's on top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living. When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
Game moves to the top of the sixth. Fightin' Phils on top 3-2. Established 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philly, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf. On a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedent over length, visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Tyler Miller leads off. First pitcher he'll face is out of the Alberta University bullpen. It's Tristan Garnett.
Garnett making his team-high 21st appearance of the night, of the season, I should say.
That'd be a lot of appearances.
That would be a really difficult situation. He's 1-2 with a 2.10 earned run average, 25 2/3 innings pitched, 19 hits, 32 strikeouts, 18 walks.
First pitch is swung on. Ground ball second to his left. Simmons scoops it up, throws the first in time. One gone for Tyler McDonough. With Garnett in, want to give a quick shout out to his parents, Jerry and Kristen Garnett. Had a chance to meet them the other night. They were sitting just in front of our broadcast booth. And I always say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You meet the parents of Garnett and you see how nice they are. And then you meet Tristan Garnett and just the excellent human being he is.
Yep.
It's really, really cool to see. That whole Garnett family seems like an awesome, awesome group.
Yeah, I know.
First pitch to McDonough's a ball 1-0.
I know you guys have been talking a lot about how Tristan's just one of those guys who volunteers for everything.
1-0, strike 1-1. The word I always use is he gets it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
he gets what it takes
Right.
to be a professional. It's a lot more than, you know, what you do on the field, what you do off the field, what your reputation. Those things are really important. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. So that was nice to have had a brief conversation with his parents between innings one night. And it's just, it's cool to kind of meet the parents when they get a chance to call them out. Obviously, we've met Garnett's parents. Robert Moore's dad, Dayton, has been around quite a bit this year. It's always cool to kind of see families when they get a chance to come out. 1-2 is out for a ball, 2-2, because not a lot of guys have families that are local, right? Like Robert Moore's dad, Dayton's traveling the country, special advisor for the Rangers. Tristan Garnett's family is coming from Portland, Oregon. Ironic, of course, because we're playing Portland. So that's not a quick flight or flights. Not sure what the flight schedule usually is from Portland to Philly. 2-2 is down for a ball. It's 3-2. Saw on social media they went to Chocolate World at Hershey on the off day on Monday. Hershey about an hour from here.
Yep.
3-2 is on the outside corner, called strike 3. The first strikeout for Tristan Garnett, the third overall for Reading pitching. There's 2 quick outs in the inning for Eli Marrero. Of course, tomorrow being Father's Day. So, I'll talk about Dayton more. Jerry Garnett, Tristan's father. Shout out to all the dads out there. Here's the pitch, and Marrero takes for a strike. It's 0-1. We have a very special interview with Robert and his dad, Dayton, set to air tomorrow. It'll be released on the Fightin' Phils social media and YouTube channels tomorrow. 0-1 is down, 1-1. Really good extended conversation with the two of them and their relationship, and you know, for Robert, what it was like kind of growing up under someone who had has had a very successful career in baseball, and how Dayton's kind of balanced being a dad with being an executive. 1-1 down for a ball. It's 2-1. So it was a really fun one to do, a fun one to put together, and really excited to put out the finished product here tomorrow on Father's Day. Speaking of Father's Day, should be another nice day at the ballpark. 5:15 first pitch. 2-1 is swung on and missed by Marrero. It's 2-2. Adults, men get a Our Phil's Hawaiian shirt, which I am very excited to get my hands on. I might have to wear it for the broadcast tomorrow.
That's fun. Remember your friends.
Ditch the hot dogs and wear the Our Phil shirt. No, I'm not the only person who probably would want to do that. 2-2 is up for a ball. It's 3-2. And counts full now with 2 outs to Marrero. Full count, 2 outs. Tristan Garnett is looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Would be Redding's second of the night. The tall lefty set. He'll fire home. And that's taken ball 4.
Here we go again. Reading Fightin' Phils were walking off the field thinking it was strike 3. Eli Marrero's jogging to first for ball 4.
I mean, it could have gone either way, but that one was definitely a bit closer than some of the ones that Reading was rung up on tonight. Tristan Garnett kind of nodding his head. Knowing Garnett, I don't think that's a argument with the umpire. I think I'd say, okay, you're going to challenge me?
Right.
I'm going to come out and get this batter here. Let me get Christian Campbell. You know, he wants to face the best guys. And here's the first pitch from Garnett. Campbell takes, it's the ball, 1-0. Tristan Garnett, 26-year-old from Portland, Oregon. Signed with the Phillies as a undrafted free agent in 2021. Next pitch down and in. Campbell checked his swing, they'll appeal. And Kellen Martin, our crew chief at first, will say no swing. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strike to count Christian Campbell the pitch, and that one misses in. It's 3-0. I don't know where that missed. Campbell is very much crowding the plate, so probably getting the benefit of the doubt. That's a 3 ball, no strike count. Here's the pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike, 3-1. That was more out than the one that
the last pitch
Marrero walked on.
Telling you, don't leave it in the hands of the umpires, boys. You better be up there swinging.
So 17 pitches for Tristan Garnett. Here's the 3-1 to Christian Campbell. He swings and dribbles it down the first baseline fair. Garnett races 2 and he slides and lost his footing, and it's going to be an infield single for Christian Campbell. So looked like it could have been a quick inning. And all of a sudden now, Portland has runners on first and second with 2 outs for Marcelo Meyer.
When you talk about a ball, a squibber out in front of the plate, that thing's just stopped dead. Not even halfway up the first baseline in the grass. And Campbell's got good wheels, and Garnett knew he had to hurry. I don't even know if he fields it cleanly and stays on his feet if he's going to get Campbell, because he's got to turn and throw as a left-hander. I think by the time he did all that, Campbell would have beat it out anyhow.
So it's the ever so dangerous Marcelo Meyer. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. This is a really critical juncture of this game.
Sure is. With Meyer at the plate, 2 on, the run lead. We're going to give it right back.
Marrero on second, Campbell on first.
Outfield really plays Meyer around the other way. If Marcelo Meyer pulls one down the right field line, he's got at least 3. And I say at least 3.
Here's the 0-1, and that's down. It's 1-1. Meyer tonight is 1 for 3. He doubled and scored last inning in the 5th. Came home on a Kyle Teal RBI single. Here's the 1-1, swung on, broken back, ground ball, slowly hits second. Simmons waits back, throws to first, and he beats the hustling Meyer to the bag. That will retire the side. The bat went further. It got into shallow right. The ball was maybe halfway into the infield dirt, but ultimately that ends the inning. So it's a scoreless frame, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left for the Sea Dogs. We will head into the home half of the 6th. Fightin' Phil's on top. It is 3-2.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit brigantiwines.com to learn more.
Bottom half of the sixth inning, this day in baseball town history is presented by our friends at Savage Auto Group. Visit Tim Profit at Savage 61 for all of your automotive needs. June 15th, 2021, you like this one, at Harrisburg, the former 2015 Eastern League MVP Brock Stassi rejoins the Fightins on the road after signing as a free agent. He did not start, but was needed off the bench. The game went to extras. The Sacramento native made the most of this at-bat, slapping a go-ahead RBI single through the gap to give Reading the lead, in which they would win 9-8.
I believe there's been a change for the Sea Dogs because Ethan Gorsak, the home plate umpire, was walking around with what looked to be his lineup sheet.
Did he point anywhere?
Well, he went from the talking with Chad Epperson to walking over and talking with Carl Ellison. It looks to me like that's definitely not Edison Polino at second base anymore.
So, get you those changes here in a moment.
Figure it out.
0-1, ball will take up for a ball. Well, it doesn't help. There's no numbers in the front of the Sea Dogs jerseys.
Issue, right? Until they turn around, we don't know. So Trevor Schwecke needs to drive when the center field so second baseman turns around and looks.
Here's the 1-1 to Schwecke, and he takes it in for a ball. It's 2-1. That is definitely not Edinson Paulino.
Right.
Might be Nick Decker. Just a total guess. So don't count me on that one. 2-1. Schwecke swings, hits it towards left. Started back was McDonough, and he makes the catch. It's out number 1. So that'll bring Bryce Ball to the plate. So looks like
it's Tyler McDonough who's at second.
So McDonough goes to second.
So now your change is at left. Your next change is at left. That could be Decker.
So Decker is an outfielder. He's halfway turning to turn all the way around. It's a left-handed throw. So
all right. Well, that'll
start to narrow it down, Bob.
That'll eliminate.
You're in charge.
Decker is your left-handed.
Decker is in left fielder. Swung and a broken back ground ball. Second charging is McDonough. Throws the first in time, and that's out number 2.
Yep. So that'd be Decker in left, and McDonough goes from left to second. Paulino's out of the game.
And I hope any more changes, Bob?
Not that I can tell. Definitely still Campbell in center. Looks like Sykes at right. George definitely at first. I think that's it.
Teamwork makes the dream work. 2 outs for Arturo de Freitas. So the Freitas digs in from the right side after the pieces of the broken bat from Bryce Ball were cleaned up. First pitch to the Freitas, he takes for a ball. One-0 is up and out, 2-0. So Decker would bat in the
spot by Paulino in the 5-hole.
He would be due at third.
Correct.
Don't recall any injuries that we noticed unless there's something else. 2-0. The Freitas swings, hits it in the air towards center, not too deep. Campbell starts back, comes in, and the center fielder makes the catch to retire the side in the 6th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Sea Dogs. We're 2/3 of the way home. We'll go to the 7th. Reading is on top. It's 3-2.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
The Fightin' Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin' Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
A full-service John Deere dealer with stores to serve you in Adamstown, Allentown.
Top of the 7th inning, the Fightin' Phils are excited to bring you our Phils baseball live from the comfort of your own home. Join us on the Fightin' Phils radio network on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or ourphils.com/radio. So Tristan Garnett remains in 3, 4, 5-2 up for the Sea Dogs here in the frame. It'll be Kyle Teal, the DH, who leads things off. Blaze Jordan threw up second, and then Nick Decker, at least we believe. Yeah, that is him, standing behind Blaze Jordan, currently in the hole. Wonder where that term came from.
In the hole?
Because the dugout is like underground?
Yes, would be my guess.
First pitch to Kyle Teal is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Kyle Teal is been on board all 3 times tonight. A couple of hits and a walk. He swings and pops it up foul. Kemp gives it a look. Okay, so the baseball term in the hole may have originated from the interior of a sailing ship, where in the hold refers to a holding place below deck.
There you go.
Baseball in the hole refers to the batter who follows the batter who is on deck.
Yeah, a ship, it's more almost like a prison. It's where you're kept,
1-1's down, it's 2-1.
Or your slave ships.
I think you would always say, you learn something new every day. We're an educational broadcast.
That's right. Our job is to not just entertain, but to educate.
Well, I hope we're doing both. Here's the 2-1. That's a curveball first strike. It's 2-2.
Maybe a little more of one than the other. But we do it. We're working on it.
I mean, definitely more
Work
entertaining.
in progress.
We're a year and a half in. I think we're doing a decent job. Not to pat ourselves on the back. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Tristan Garnett. He retires Kyle Teal, who's sent down for the first time this evening. And that'll bring Blaze Jordan to the plate.
Well, Garnett was cruising to the first couple of batters in the 6th inning. So let's see if somebody can get a crisp inning going here. There has not been a whole lot of crisp innings in this ballgame. For a game that's 3-2, it has a much more like a 9-8 feel to it.
First pitch is a ball to Blaze Jordan, 1-0. Said it as well. What feel to it?
More like a 9-8 kind of game than a 3-2 kind of game.
That is true. It's been a very weird 3-2 game. Teams that combined to leave 15 on base. 1-0 is down, it's 2-0. And they're combined 3 for 16 with runners in scoring position. There's been 3 combined errors. Reading's walked 5, Portland's walked 2.
We're also 2 hours in, and we're in just getting to the top of the 7th.
Here's the pitch. Swing and foul straight back. It's 2-1. Well, for the fans here that wait till the end, there will be post-game fireworks, Mega Blast fireworks, the largest show in stadium history. Batman themed, of course, as the Fightin' Phils play as Batman jerseys tonight. I think they look fantastic, by the way. 2-1 is swung on a miss, 2-2. Healthy cut from Jordan.
I think you would look great in one. The only time you'll have abs.
Thanks. How do you know I don't?
I'm just saying.
You're just assuming.
Just going out on a limb.
I mean, you might be right. Here's the 2-2. One out, Blaze Jordan. There's a reason why I'm up here and not down there.
Let me rephrase. It's the first time you have a 6-pack abs.
2-2 is outside 3-2. How do you know I've never had it before?
I'm just.
You've known me for about 18 months.
Right.
You don't know what happened before any of that.
I don't. Just asking you right now. Am I wrong? Have you ever had a 6-pack of abs?
Here's the 3-2, and that's down ball 4. I've had a 6-pack before.
that's why I added the word at the end that started with an A. Abs.
I won't specify what kind. Here's Nick Decker for the first time tonight.
You know, this is where this inning that's where things went wrong for Garnett last inning. Again, he got out of it without a problem, but he started out with 2 quick outs, and then he walked the 9-hole hitter in Marrero, and in a little squibber of a base hit, and he had to work out of any trouble. But now he walks the second man in the inning, and Jordan.
Here's the first pitch to Edinson Paulino. Swung on and skied, straight back foul. It's 0-1.
It's Decker, not Paulino. Remember, Decker's now batting for Paulino.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was with Paulino. He's the one hit into a double play in that 5th inning.
Unless something happened on that play.
Running the bag, I don't know.
0-1, Decker swings, hits it foul. It's 0-2. Well, Decker's sitting for Paulino, who was 0 for 3 tonight. I mean, I just feel like nowadays in baseball, you just don't see in-game substitutions unless it's like late in a game. 0-2 is inside for a ball 1-2. Swartz out of the glove of DeFreitas for a second, but doesn't travel too far to his right, so
but the only reason
makes it 1-2.
Realize that to be something because home plate umpire Ethan Gorsak again had his lineup sheet out and then went from one side, talked to one of his cohorts in the umpiring crew, and then went to the Phil's dugout. So I figured it had to be some kind of substitution. Usually that's a double switch. That's what it was.
Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out to count to Nick Decker. Garnett ready against the lefty. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded foul. It stays 1-2. Yuri Ramos is up and throwing in the Fightin Phil's bullpen. Just have to think he would get the 8th. You theoretically do have Tommy McCollum and Tyler McKay both available tonight. Maybe you go Ramos the 8th, Tyler McKay the 9th. 1-2 is up for a ball. It's 2-2. We also wonder how many more batters Garnett gets if he doesn't roll a double play here. He is at 37 pitches.
Right.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and cranked, but it's foul. On the right field line, it's 2-2. 39 is the most amount of pitches that Tristan Garnett threw in a game this year. Came across 1 2/3 innings against Hartford on May the 11th. Game 1 of a doubleheader, so he's 1 pitch away from matching that season high. Here's the pitch. That's down for a ball, 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Decker tipped it, DeFreitas squeezed it. 3rd strikeout for Tristan Garnett. And does not look like anyone's coming out of the dugout right now, so looks like Garnett will at least get a chance to talk to Philip Sykes. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, I can tell you one of the reasons, just trying to do some calculating here, figure out in terms of why this game seems to kind of be dragging along. That's the 116th pitch thrown by Phillies pitchers. Portland's pitchers have thrown 143 pitches.
Next pitch, ground ball 3rd, and it's foul. Just to the left of the 3rd base bag. 0-2. It took some sort of a circuitous hop, but stayed foul.
Chad Everson looking to get over there. looking at the spot on the dirt, and now he's pointing at it. I don't know if he's pointing at it to say, why don't you come over here and look at that, because he thought it hit the chalk or not, because he's not arguing, but he walked over and looked at the spot on the dirt where it hit the ground and then started to point to it.
Alex Hoppe is on the bullpen. Next pitch, 0-2, is down. It's 1-2.
So again, my point was is that Portland's pitchers through 6 innings, has thrown 143 pitches.
Cool. Well, there's your answer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 scoreless innings for Tristan Garnett. 4 strikeouts. Strikes out the side of the 7th. No runs on no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We played 6.5. It's stretch time for Baseball Town. Here's the hot dog vendor. We'll serenade the crowd. And we'll step aside for a moment. We're back after this. Fightin' Phil's on top, 3-2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach, featuring the Hearthstone Institute's renowned I'm Still Here program, ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia experiences a life worth living. With evidence-based techniques and personalized care, we focus on meaningful engagement to reduce common symptoms like agitation and anxiety. Join us in celebrating the person behind the memory loss with activities tailored to their unique interests and abilities. Discover the difference with Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. If you or a loved one been injured, get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Brendan Cholucci remains in, top of the lineup up for Reading, starting with Marcus Lee Sang. Cholucci, who is a lefty, Lee Sang a lefty, first pitch home. Marcus squares the bunt. He'll pull back. It's 1-0. So it's the 3rd inning for Cholucci. He's up to 37 pitches. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. I wonder if does the 3-batter minimum apply to a new inning if the pitcher's been in? No, right?
No.
So I wonder if Hoppe's up to face De La Cruz, and they left Cholucci in to face the lefty.
Yeah,
Lee
because he
Sang.
struck out Lee Sang the first time.
1-1's down. It's 2-1.
I think actually that's one of the reasons why Marcus tried to just put that as if he was going to bunt the first time up. He really threw him a nasty slider.
2 balls, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. And inside for a ball, 3-1 to Marcus Lee Sang.
Cholucci wanted that.
It was borderline. Looked like it at least got a piece of the zone. And Lee Sang swings and misses over a sinker at 92.
We always talk about this. That there's just, for batters and for pitchers, it's a two-way street, but there's just some who just never really feel comfortable. Marcus Lee Sang does not look comfortable against Cholucci.
3-2. And he swings, gets a piece of it foul. It stays full. Full count, no outs to Lee Sang. Here's the pitch. That's inside, ball 4. Sure, Marcus is very happy that he gets himself on base. 3rd walk issued by Cholucci.
Let's see if Chad Iverson comes out, and here he comes.
There he is. So that'll be it for Brendan Cholucci. Step into your future with this Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Alex Hoppe will enter. We'll have his numbers after this on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
And from the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen for the Portland Sea Dogs, it's the righty Alex Hoppe, who will face Carlos De La Cruz with a man on first.
15th appearance of the season for Alex Hoppe. He's 1-2 with a 5.79 earned run average in 23 1/3 innings pitched. He's getting up 32 hits, 18 strikeouts, and 19 walks. So with those numbers, I'm a little bit surprised that the ERA is only 5.79. 32 hits in only 23 innings, and 18 walks to go along with it.
So Carlos De La Cruz will be the first batter he faces. Carlos, the difference in this game, a solo home run in the 5th. So De La Cruz in from the right side.
Carlos got him for a home run in the first game of this series in the 9th inning.
Here's the first pitch to him. It's outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0 from Hoppe. De La Cruz swings. Slow hit, ground ball third. There'll be no play at second. Throw to first on the run. Gets him by about half a step from Miller. He sang up the second. 5-3 goes the put out, and that'll bring Carson Taylor to the plate.
Well, Carlos De La Cruz is the kind of guy you want bunting, but it's the same effect of a bunt with the slow roller on the third baseline. Pretty good play by Tyler Miller. Make the charge and make the throw, and he make the right decision as well. Obviously not going to get Lee Sang at second. So Phil's looking for some insurance, at least a insurance run here. Now have that runner at second base with one out.
Here's the pitch, and that's down for a ball. Excuse me, down in the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
And you have the top run producer in the league at the plate, Taylor.
No balls, 1 strike to Taylor. Reading looking for a big insurance run here. Here's the 0-1, and that's down. It's 1-1. Carson Taylor tonight's been aboard a couple of times. He singled in the 3rd, walked back in the 5th. And Simmons takes off. Pitch is a ball throw to 3rd. Plenty late from Marrero. And Simmons has the base stolen. Excuse me, that's Lee Sang. That's his 5th stolen base of the season.
Great jump for Marcus Lee Sang.
He saw something from Hoppe.
Yeah, clearly either Hoppe just didn't look back at him or he just knew, and he was off and running. So now Portland's got to bring the infield up with Taylor at the plate.
Yeah, you said sensing the situation of the game, infield's up for Portland. Taylor just got to get something in the air. 2-1, swung on and hit foul. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Taylor takes down. They're going to say he went. He cannot believe it. Ethan Gorsak said he went. Taylor immediately flipped his head back and was like, no, I didn't, but that's a strikeout. First one for Hoppe, and that'll bring Otto Kemp to the plate with 2 outs, who's Struck out 3 times, so he's looking to get himself a big 2-out hit.
Yeah, that's a huge strikeout for Hoppy because obviously now the infield goes back. There's 2 outs. Situation for Taylor, all he needed to do is get the ball up in the air, get the ball in the outfield, and the Fightin Phillies out an insurance run.
2 outs for Otto Kemp. Here's the pitch, and that's over for a strike. It's 0-1. They said Kemp 3 strikeouts tonight. That's from the right side. Lee Sang leads off third. Oh, 1. He swings, hits it in the air well. Left center field. Decker goes back. He's nothing but a spectator. Otto Kemp goes a long way. It's a 2-run shot. Second home run at the Double-A level, and it's 5-2 Fightin Phils.
Absolutely crushed up the bat of Otto Kemp, who has really come on in 2024 as a hitter. First at Jersey Shore, and since he's come to Reading, he has started to really find a spot, whether it be in the 5-hole or in the 4-hole. And after striking out his first 3 at-bats, he absolutely crushed that.
Still, there's probably some frustration taken out on that one. It's 5-2, 103 off the bat, 360 feet. I think that might went a little further than 360. So now here's Kendall Simmons. He takes the first pitch. It's a strike. It's 0-1.
Those are 2 huge runs now for the fight.
Ginormous.
Yeah.
Like the way this game's going.
Absolutely. The way this whole thing has evolved, runs have been tough to come by. Unlike the first couple games in this series where runs were plentiful.
Next pitch at ball. It's 1-1 to Kendall Simmons. Slightly open stance on the right side. Here's the pitch. Simmons swings, ground ball towards the middle, fielding it. Well, not fielding it, it's McDonough, hits off his glove. It'll be an infield hit for Kendall Simmons, his second hit of the night, and that brings Ethan Wilson to the plate.
Well, the shortstop Marcelo Meyer was playing him very much to pull and deep in the hole, so the slow roller up the middle. McDonough, who, again, began this game playing in left field, so he had to go a long way. He actually fielded that ball on the shortstop side of the back. Even if he fields it cleanly, I don't know if he gets enough on the throw to get Kendall Simmons, but obviously he didn't field it cleanly. So it's a base hit without a doubt for Kendall Simmons.
Here's the first pitch to Wilson, takes for a ball. 1-0. Ethan Wilson 0 for 3 tonight. Looking to get himself off the snide, just like Otto Kemp did. Here's the 1-0. Wilson swings and misses. It's 1-1. So Wilson tonight 0 for 3. Strikeout, pop out, and a fly out. Simmons leads off first. 2 hits in the inning for Reading. They've come in the last 2 batters. Lee Sang was a leadoff walk from Chalucci and eventually scored on the 2-run home run from Kemp, who, boy, has shown some power here in Reading. 1-1, Wilson swings. It's foul.
Well,
late call.
Yeah, it was ball's out front of first base, but it was off the foot of Ethan Wilson.
So ball and 2 strikes to Ethan Wilson. Line close on Salucci, a 2+ an inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. The Lee Sang run credited to him. The other one is currently the line of Hoppy. And the 1-2. Swung on and fouled off the netting. It stays 1-2. So Reading will have 6 outs to get. Yuri Ramos appears to get ready for the 8th. Gotta think it's gonna be McKay for the 9th.
McKay or McCollum, I guess.
Both
seen them both.
should be available.
Right, we've seen them both.
Here's the pitch. And Wilson swings. It's a line drive, right center field, base hit. Simmons pitter-patters around second. He'll stop there. And it's a single of 2 outs for Ethan Wilson, so he gets himself off the snide, his first hit of the night. And it's 2 on, 2 outs for Trevor Schwecke.
Yeah, it's just a good piece of hitting there by Ethan Wilson. They might have been out a little bit in front of it, but he kept the hands back and just kind of served that thing into center field, and off the bat, line drive into center field for the hit.
So Schwecke digs in from the right side. Reading on top 5-2. They'd love some more here. Here's the pitch. Schwecke swings, dribbles it up the third base line in the grass. It's picked up by Miller at third. There will be no play. It's an infield hit for Schwecke. Bases are loaded for Bryce Ball. I wonder if you're Miller just let that one keep rolling.
You had no shot to get anybody. The only shot you had was for somehow or other to roll foul. I don't know that it would have, but you had no shot to get Schwecke at first as far as he had a charge and as slow as it was hit. Now we're going to get a visit to the mound here.
Sean Isaac, the pitching coach, comes out.
Correct. So we'll see. I mean, there's nothing up in the bullpen, so this is nothing more than to try to settle down his pitcher. But the home run by Kemp was the climate changer for sure in this inning. He was that close to getting out of it. And that quickly, Kemp changes it completely around with the 2-run home run. And now, since then, 3 straight singles for the Fightin' Phils.
2 of them are the infield variety. But it's a 5-2 game. Bottom of the 7th, Reading's on top. Bases are loaded. Huge, huge spot in this game to really bust this one open. And really, it's kind of a moment that, I mean, Reading's tilted the momentum in its favor in this series. This is a moment where you can really swing the pendulum. Ball takes the first pitch. It's outside 1-0. Bryce Ball is 0 for 7 this year with bases loaded. Struck out 5 times. He has walked twice, so there's 2 RBI attached to that. 1-0. Ball takes down. It's 2-0. Got to think he's taken until a strike.
I don't know. You got a pitcher with Bryce Ball who's hit the ball well tonight. Might be thinking, if you see something good in the fastball, go get it.
Ball 2 for 3 tonight. The pitch. And he does see something he likes, but he swings over a cutter at 88, 2-1.
Right. You got to look dead red, and if you don't get dead red, don't go after it.
Reading's hit 1 grand slam this year. It was Robert Moore at the beginning of the month in Hartford. They have another in them. 2-1. That's on the inside corner for a strike. It's 2-2. Great spot from the pitcher, Hoppy, who's a strike away from getting out of this 7th by limiting the damage. 2-2 the count to Bryce Ball. Bases loaded. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball first, but foul. Past first base coach Robert Moore. Moore looks good in that first base coach.
You just read my mind. I was just going to say the same. He's really into it. Like sometimes the players are down. I mean, they want them to carry out the role. They don't want them just standing down there, having a good time. But Robert Moore looks like he's really into it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. And that's right down the chute. Ball watches it go by for a called strike 3. And that will retire the side in the 7th. Reading ultimately gets 2 runs on 4 hits. There are no errors, and the bases are left loaded. So we are through 7. The Fightin' Phils lead it. It is 5-2. Yuri Ramos will enter. We'll be back after this on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores Day Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Top of the 8th inning, 5-2 Reading leads. They're asking 6 outs out of their bullpen to finish it. I'm going to have 6 outs out of my broadcast partner, Bob McCool, to finish it. And here to introduce you to Yuri Ramos, it is Bob.
What? All right, very good. Thanks, Jake. Thankfully, I'm not on a pitch count. Yuri Ramos coming on for the Fightin' Phillies. The Everett University Golden Wolves call the bullpen, bringing in Ramos for the 10th time this season. He is 1-0 with a 3.38 earned run average. His job is to get a hold at this point in time, and that's something he's got one of so far on the year. 13 and a third innings pitched, 9 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 4 walks. First batter to face him will be left-hand hitter Tyler Miller. 5-2 Fightins. Top half of the 8th inning, Miller started and stopped, and it's a called strike 1. Tyler Miller 0 for 3 on the night. Flew out to left and a couple of ground outs to second. This one's way up and high. 2 runs on 6 hits and an error for Portland. 5 runs on 11 hits for the Fightins and 2 errors as well. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tyler Miller. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch, and Miller out in front. Yuri Ramos staring in at his catcher, Arturo De Freitas. Comes with his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. De Freitas got the worst of it. I guess it was a foul tip. It was. And De Freitas is down. Did not hear the foul tip, but certainly based on everything that happened, it was a foul tip. De Freitas certainly took the worst of that. And so Miller alive. Ethan Gorsak, the home plate umpire, walks a new baseball out to Ramos. Now dusts off a clean home plate just to give De Freitas a little extra time. The umpires certainly know exactly what De Freitas is feeling right now. It's happened to them as well. So it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And this one gets away from him. Miller swung at it. De Freitas runs it down, throws from his knees, and cannot get him out. So it's going to be a strikeout, but on the pitch that got away from De Freitas, Miller makes it to first base. De Freitas gave it a great effort, slid, turned, and threw from his knees and threw a strike, but Miller able to beat it out. So we'll see if that's called a pass ball or a wild pitch, but either way, it goes down as a strikeout, but Miller is on base. Now Tyler McDonough bats. The first pitch to McDonough is over for a called strike. McDonough 0 for 2. Grounded out to second, walked and struck out in 3 plate appearances. Swings and misses and a pitch up high, and Yuri Ramos gets quickly ahead of McDonough. No balls and 2 strikes. Ramos, a 26-year-old right-hander. Signed by the Phillies at the beginning of April. Had been with the Chicago Cubs since the Cubs signed him as an international free agent back in 2014. Pickoff attempt as Miller's back without a problem. So Yuri Ramos goes to work with a no balls and 2 strike count on Tyler McDonough. Again, it's in the dirt. Good block by De Freitas. Portland bullpen is quiet, so it would appear that Hoppy will come back for the 8th. One ball and 2 strikes now to McDonough. Just missed a bit high. I believe it's 2-2. Mega Blast fireworks to follow this one here at the ballpark. Father's Day tomorrow. Reading Fightin' Phil's Hawaiian shirts for the first 2,000 men. Another one in the dirt where Arturo De Freitas is having an inning. He is taking some shots back there. So the count is now full to McDonough. Rolls one to second. Simmons gets the lead runner at second base. The relay is not going to be enough time. It's a slowly hit ground ball. Simmons had to back up a step and made sure he got the lead runner at second base and Tyler Miller for out number one. McDonough safe at first. So there's one out now in the inning, and the 9-hole hitter Eli Marrero at the plate. Marrero has walked all 3 times tonight. The 9-hole hitter has walked 3 times. Scored once. First pitch to him. Outside again for a ball. Marrero 3 for 8 in this series with 2 doubles and a home run and 3 RBIs. And now he's walked 3 times tonight. Swing and a miss. He's out in front of that cutter. It's 1-1. Yuri Ramos stares in at DeFreitas. Takes a look back now at the runner McDonough at first. Swing and a miss. Good changeup there from Ramos, and has Marrero out in front of him, and he's out in front of him. Marrero now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, tomorrow, Running Fightin' Phil's Hawaiian shirts for men, first 2,000 men, that is, on Father's Day. And then after the game, you can go down the field and have a catch with that. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Eli Marrero. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there as Ramos gets Marrero on the high fastball. 2 down now in the inning. And now flip the lineup to the top, and Christian Campbell. Campbell's been on base twice tonight. He's also struck out twice. Safe on an error and singled in his 4 plate appearances. McDonough at first, 2 outs. Top half of the 8th. Late swing and a foul straight back. Campbell going for it all on that one. He does have 3 doubles in this series, 2 home runs in this series as well. And he was trying to get 2 of the runs back right there. Started and stopped. They don't appeal and say it's ball 1. And if you missed it, Running Phil's manager Al Padrique has been tossed from this game. It was an early night for the skipper. 1-1 pitch. Started and hit his bat, so it's it turns into a check swing foul ball. Campbell really sells out on almost every pitch. He just kind of lunges into everything. And he did that there, and it kind of bit him a little bit because he got his hands out over the plate, which he really crowds. And so the ball hit his bat more so than he hit the ball. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on his knees, and he is retired. Christian Campbell retired on the strikeout. And Ramos ends up striking out the side. And then for the Portland Sea Dogs in the 8th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Fightin' Phil's 5, Sea Dogs 2.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. Just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Let's take a look at our Fightin' Phil's team leaders presented by OPS Security Group, and we'll look at the pitching column, which Robinson Pena leads the Fightin' Phil's in wins. 7 wins now for the right-handed pitcher. He's 7-2 with a 3.49 earned run average. He is our OPS Security Group Fightin' Phil's team leader. Bottom half of the 8th inning, Phil's with a 5-2 lead. They'll look for a little bit more cushion, and Arturo De Freitas, who took a beating behind the plate in the top half of the 8th, now will step to the plate to lead off the bottom. He'll be followed by the top of the order, Marcus Lee Sang and Carlos De La Cruz. And the first pitch to De Freitas is outside for a ball. Alex Hoppe back out there for the Sea Dogs. Looks like Tommy McCullum is going to be the man who gets the 9th for the Fightins. 1 ball, no strike to De Freitas. Make it 1-1. De Freitas 0 for 3 on the night with a couple of strikeouts. One ball and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting catcher. Late swing and a foul straight back. Another great crowd on hand here in Baseball Town. Attendance has been fantastic in 2024. Good seats are available at 610-370-BALL or rphils.com. De Freitas started and stopped. They don't bother to appeal. The count is 2-2. Promise to be another sunny afternoon here in Baseball Town tomorrow for Father's Day. And the team will head out on the road to New Hampshire for a 6-game swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Late swing and a miss. De Freitas is retired. 3rd strikeout now for Hoppe since coming in.
84 degrees is what they're calling for tomorrow. Sunny skies, so should be a great day as the Reading Hot Dogs are back on the field, and Reading's 3 outs away from at least putting themselves in a position to win the series tomorrow. Looking to win their 3rd straight game tonight.
Marcus Lee Sang now bats. First pitch from Hoppe is low for a ball. Lee Sang worked a walk his last time up, and it turned out to be a good thing, because ultimately he got Otto Kemp to the plate. He hit a 2-run home run to give the Phils some cushion with that 2 spot in the 7th inning. Otherwise, there's been a couple of strikeouts and a ground out for Lee Sang. He's ahead now, 2 balls and no strikes. De La Cruz in the on-deck circle. Beats this one foul. Robert Moore, the first base coach. Carl Ellison at 3rd. Two balls and 1 strike to Marcus Lee Sang. Fist one foul and straight back. So it's 2-2 now. Rolls one towards second. McDonough up with it. He'll make the play in plenty of time for out number 2. And that'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate. Before that, we'll talk to you about the good folks at Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery. They're pleased to offer 2 options for your dining pleasure. A menu with locally sourced delicious options and buffet meals for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Experience the best bakery experience in all of Berks County. Their homemade bakery items include made-from-scratch challah bread, danishes, and a variety of scrumptious cupcakes. We bet dollars to donuts. No restaurant area offers the same variety of cakes, fruit pies, cream pies, cheesecakes, and homemade donuts. Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery and owner Oz Chaudhry are proud 2024 Fightin' Phil's team feed partners. Carlos De La Cruz fouls one straight back. Carlos with a couple hits tonight. A single and his 7th home run of the season. Solo shot back into 5th. Straight away right center field up on the veranda of the Redner's Event Center. Swings and misses over the top of a cutter from Hoppy. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. I can't help but want to say O'Hoppy in this ballpark for some reason.
Well, it's ironic because who was Brandon Marsh traded for?
Correct.
Logan O'Hoppy.
Correct. He's now, of course, with the Los Angeles Angels. No balls and 2 strikes to Carlos De La Cruz. Now time is called, I believe, by De La Cruz. He had some equipment issues for Carlos.
Looks like he's readjusting the batting gloves on the left hand.
Back in the box, ready to go at 0-2. Way up high. Carson Taylor waits on deck if De La Cruz can reach. 2 outs in the 8th inning, and it's down and away. It's 2-2. Fightin Phils will be back here after the road trip to New Hampshire to take on Bowie on Tuesday, June the 25th, in a series that runs through Sunday the 30th. This one lifted foul and out of play. It stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we talked about that stretch that started last Tuesday against Harrisburg, where Reading was playing 27 of 36 at home. Once June 25th hits, it's 15 of 18 at home, but it's a team that plays its best baseball at home, and the second half starts June 25th, so you're really putting yourselves in a spot to get off to a really fast start in the second half. And De La Cruz just threw whatever was giving him issues off to the side.
Yeah, he's got some kind of a brace that he has either on his hand or his wrist. It keeps coming loose, so Carlos decided just to get rid of it. And he rolls this one foul. Could be one of those pads that players wear sometimes to protect the back of their hand if they get hit by a pitch. Could have been that, because it looked like it was something that was Velcroed across the palm of his hand. Kept coming loose. So Carlos decided to scrap it. Happy from the stretch, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will do it for the Fightin Phils here in the 8th. 4 strikeout for Hoppy. As the Fightins go 1-2-3, we head to the 9th. It's winning time in baseball town. Reading Fightin Phils 5, Portland Sea Dogs 2.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Tonight's attendance at FirstEnergy Stadium, 8,032. Again, top of that 8,000 barrier at FirstEnergy Stadium. Thanks to our friends at PSECU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in all of Pennsylvania. Tommy McCullum on to try to get the save. And Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. For McCullum, it's his 20th appearance of the season. He's 1-2. ERA is 5.79, but he's done his job in what he's supposed to do here. He is 6 for 6 in save opportunities, and that's what he's looking at here. With a 3-run lead, he's pitching 18 2/3 innings. He's given up 18 hits. He struck out 18, and he's walked 11. He will face the meat of the order for the Sea Dogs, led by Marcelo Meyer, Kyle Teal, and Blaze Jordan to follow. And the first pitch to Meyer is a ball. Meyer 1 for 4 on the day with a double. 1-0 pitch is way up high. It's 2-0. The double, by the way, his Eastern League leading 23rd double of the season. Two-0 pitch. Just misses. It's 3-0. So it's Meyer to be followed by Teal and then Jordan. 2, 3, and 4 in the Sea Dog lineup. 3-0 pitch. Up high, ball 4. So not the start that Tommy McCullum wanted. With a 3-run lead to walk the first batter he faces. Now he will face Kyle Teal, who's been on base 3 times tonight. A couple of singles and a walk, and he's also driven in 1. Teal with 7 hits now in this series. 7 for 15. And the first pitch to him is off target, a bit inside. It's ball 1. So 4 straight now out of the strike zone for McCullum. Portland gets some activity in their bullpen just in case. And misses again. 2-0. And 3-0. And 4. Completely overthrowing the baseball right now. Tommy McCullum walks the first 2 batters he faces. And Arturo De Freitas, his catcher, is going to go out and talk to him, and Phil Candares will not be far behind. It's not the time. Not only is Tommy McCullum missing his pitches, he's not even close. And it just looks to me as if he's overthrowing the baseball a little bit. And he's missed inside on 2 straight left-handed hitters. So Phil Candares will come out and try and settle him down a little bit, as Blaze Jordan now will walk to the plate, representing the tying run. So that's the thing you didn't want to do more than anything, is to do what you've done, put the tying run on base, and you've allowed that to happen without throwing a strike, much less somebody getting a hit to get themselves on base. So McCullum has created the mess, so now he'll try and recalibrate and work his way out of it. In the meantime, Reading's bullpen will start to get busy. There's a ground ball towards short. Schwecke to second for 1. The relay is in time. Just what the doctor ordered. And I cannot believe that Blaze Jordan swung at the first pitch he saw. He just threw 8 straight balls. And he swings at the first pitch and hits a slow roller to short for a 6-4-3 double play. And that quickly, the entire complexion of the inning changes, with Meyer now at third and 2 out for Nick Decker. First pitch up and in. Decker came on as a replacement for Edinson Paulino and struck out in his only plate appearance back in the 7th inning. One-0 pitch, up high again, it's 2-0. Like Matt Russell is the pitcher who's up, getting loose in the Phil's bullpen just in case. 2-0 pitch, up high again. He's missed 3 straight pitches in the exact same spot, up and away on the left-handed hitter, Nick Decker. So Jordan just bailed him out. Now Tommy McCullum's starting to paint himself back into a hole again. 3-0 pitch, up high, ball 4. All 4 pitches way up high. And so Decker takes the walk, and Sykes now will bat. Sykes is 1 for 4 on the night with a double. And we're right back in that same situation again for McCullum, where the tying run is now at the plate. A 5-2 game, top of the ninth. First pitch there for a called strike. That's a beautiful thing. McCullum back with this one-strike pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. It's 0-2. Game becomes simpler when you throw strikes. And now the crowd is on its feet. Fightin' Phillies are 1 strike away. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. No balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Low ball 1. Swing and rescue right through, and that'll do it. Tommy McCullum gets the strikeout, and he'll get the save as well. He danced through some landmines in the process, but he gets the save, and the Phils get the win. For the Sea Dogs in the ninth, no runs, no hits. There were no errors. There were 2 men left on base. The final score, Reading 5, Portland 2. We'll take a timeout back at the Reading Fightin' Phillies radio network with the postgame show and a wrap right after this.
Pull the toss the ball pickup truck out on the warning track. Please do not throw your toss the ball until we officially start the contest. Any tennis ball.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunizations across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org. Click local coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
To our community's health and well-being. Coming up next, Mega Blast Fireworks. Thanks again to tonight's sponsor, Penn State Health St. Joseph Medical Center.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, where the Reading Fightin' Phillies have won their 3rd straight as they take the Portland Sea Dogs by a final score of 5-2. Here's how this one unfolded tonight here in Baseball Town. And it was the Reading Fightin' Phillies who struck first. It happened in the 2nd inning. With 1 out, Kendall Simmons doubled in the left center field gap. And then after an Ethan Wilson strikeout, Trevor Schwecke singled. That brought home Kendall Simmons' RBI single for Schwecke in his first at bat back in Baseball Town after spending some time with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Schwecke moved up to second base on an errant throw and a pickoff attempt. And after that, Bryce Ball laced a double down the right field line into plate Trevor Schwecke. And with that, the Phils had a 2-0 lead. Portland came back to get one back in the top half of the 3rd inning, and it started with a 1-out walk to the 9-hole hitter Eli Marrero. Kristen Campbell rolled a ground ball to Kendall Simmons at second base. Looked like it was going to be a double play ball, but Campbell bobbled the baseball. That allowed both Marrero to move up to second, Campbell safe at first. Then Marcelo Meyer rolled a ground ball down the first baseline. Bryce Ball made a nice play, pivot through to second base for the force out of Campbell at second, and then the relay back. And on the play, Meyer was safe at first. The ball got away for the moment, but It also brought an argument from Trevor Schwecke at shortstop, covering the bag, and from Al Padrique, the manager, because Christian Campbell went into second base and never even slid. They argued for interference, vehemently so, that the skipper got thrown out of the ballgame. So Al Padrique was tossed in the third inning. Meyer was safe at second, and Marrero was safe at third. Or excuse me, Meyer safe at first, and Marrero at third. But then Marrero ultimately was able to come home on that errant throw by Schwecke. So that's really why they argued more than anything, not only because Meyer was safe, but because the throw got away and allowed Marrero to score. So that was the run, the first run for Portland. It made it a 2-1 game. It stayed that way till the fifth, when Meyer again got it started with a double. And the next batter up, Kyle Teal, singled to plate Marcelo Meyer, made it a 2-2 game. But the Fightin' Phils came right back in the bottom half of the fifth with one out. Marcus Lee Sang drove one out onto the veranda in right center field of the Redners Event Center for his 7th home run of the season, his 30th RBI of the season, and the Fightin' Phils are right back up on top, 3-2. And then they padded that lead in the fifth. Lee Sang started the inning with a walk. After De La Cruz grounded out, Carson Taylor struck out. That brought Otto Kemp to the plate. And Otto Kemp, just called up before this series from Jersey Shore, drove one out of here to left field for a 2-run home run, his 2nd home run in baseball town, his 7th and 8th RBI of the season. The 2-run home run gave the Fightin' Phils some insurance into the 8th inning, and the bullpen ultimately was able to hold it down. Yuri Ramos and a fictive 8th inning. The only batter who reached was actually on a strikeout. Tyler Miller struck out to start the inning, but he was swung and missed at a wild pitch, so he was safe on a strikeout. And then eventually Ramos got 2 more strikeouts to get out of the inning, and then Tommy McCullum came on for the 9th, and that was quite an adventure, but McCullum ultimately got the save, and the Phils come up with the win. Final score, the Reading Fightin' Phils 5, Portland Sea Dogs 2. Noah Skiro gets the win. He's now 4-3. Brendan Chalucci takes the loss. He's 1-2. And Tommy McCullum may have walked 3 guys in that 9th inning. But he did not give up a run, and he gets the save, his 7th save. So he remains perfect now on the season, a perfect 7 for 7. This one played in 2 hours and 52 minutes, and it was played in front of 8,032 watching baseball here in Baseball Town. The Fightin' Phils win their 3rd in a row. They are now 28-34 on the year. Portland in first place in the Northeast Division of the Eastern League loses to fall to 33-29. Portland's lead coming into tonight was only 1/2 game over Hartford. So Portland trying to lock up the first half title now with only 7 games remaining in the first half. They dropped to 33-29. And the Phils now have at least clinched themselves a split of this series with the first place Sea Dogs, with yet another game to play tomorrow at 5:15 here in Reading. Efrain Contreras is scheduled to start for the Fightin' Phils, and Brian Mata on a injury rehab from the Red Sox will pitch for the Sea Dogs. Again, 5:15 is first pitch, and remember, all fans, all males in attendance tomorrow will receive a Reading Fightin' Phils Hawaiian shirt. They're pretty cool. Got a chance to see them. General Manager Scott Hunsinger has been modeling them over the course of this series and drumming up the interest to get fans to come out and get that for their Father's Day gift. Father's Day tomorrow, and then fathers and sons can have a catch on the field after the ball game is over. Again, 5:15 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Final numbers in this one for the Fightin' Phils: 5 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base. For Portland, 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 13 men left on base. Again, played in 2 hours and 52 minutes in front of 8,000 and change here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Fightin' Phils win it for the 3rd in a row. We'll try and wrap up the series with a win and take the series again tomorrow here in Reading. That's going to do it for our broadcast. We'll be back at it tomorrow at 5:15. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Pre-game show tomorrow will start at 5 o'clock here on the Reading Fighting Phillies Radio Network. Hope you'll tune in. Better yet, we'd love to see you here at the ballpark. Fighting Phillies win it 5-2. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have yourselves a great night. We'll see you at the ballpark.